Oh! Who lives in a dolphin suit in his room? Jordan the dolphin. And he's really cool. That's my intro. Welcome back to the American Sushi Podcast, everybody. I'm really sorry for that. I'm here with my co-host, Evan, although I think after that he's not going to be my co-host anymore.
No, you already feel bad enough about it yourself. I don't need to make you feel worse.
Thank you. I thank you for understanding.
Absolutely.
And we have a very special returning guest. It's Yorphin.
Yellow. How's everybody doing today?
Oh, we're doing good. Thanks for swimming on by, man.
Yeah.
A pleasure. Pleasure's all mine, man.
So, okay, I think before we get started here, I think we need to address the dolphin in the room. You've went through some changes since the last time we spoke. I think, by the looks of it. So, can you explain what's been going on?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. This has been a completely normal, everyday Saturday for me. I feel like I'm the same as I've always been. This is just another day in the life of Jordan, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
I see.
Okay. That's good.
Well, I'm glad to hear you've had a normal, everyday, nothing out of the ordinary Saturday. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Thanks
I
for
mean, I
coming
woke up, I
hanging
ate.
out with us.
Of course. That makes the Saturday all the better. It's the only thing really that's kind of bumped up my routine a little bit, put things out of the norm. You know?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
I got my
What?
eye wrapped around your tongue so I can see what you're saying.
That's not how it goes.
But that's how it goes.
No, it's your tongue wrapped around your eye, so I can see what you're saying.
No, but it's got to be my eye on their tongue so I can see.
Yeah, well, either
That's
way,
what I
it's
said.
your eye on their tongue.
That's what I said.
No, you said you've got your eye wrapped around their tongue. Why is your eye wrapping around?
You telling me
How
that
is
you
that
don't
happening?
have the superpower from the first episode of My Hero Academia where you can stretch your eyes out of your frickin' skull?
Yeah, whenever I'm like a cartoon character who sees an attractive lady, I go awooga, and friggin' hard eyes just pop out.
I've seen him do that at least 3 times. It's
so,
true.
It's been a while, Jordan, since you've been on the podcast. What have you been up to lately?
Just work all day long. Editing and streaming and singing this song. What about you guys?
That's awesome. I recently watched or started watching Haikyuu.
Oh, I've seen season 1. We could talk about Haikyuu.
I haven't seen all of season 1, but I've seen some of it.
Oh, any amount is.
I like it.
You've seen peak fiction. Heck yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Aoashi is my favorite sports manga, but that's not animated yet.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't
is
either.
That
It's a
blue box
soccer.
or?
No,
Oh, no.
it's a
Is that
It's-
blue?
blue foot or something, or blue reed. I don't know. I saw
There's
the
another soccer manga
translation.
right there. Weekly Shonen magazine. That's oh crap. What's that called? There's too many blue series. You know,
There is
everything's
Blue Box, yeah.
There's also Blue
There is
Flag.
Blue Box, that's in Weekly Shonen Jump, but then there's a Weekly Shonen Magazine one, about soccer that I think is what you're talking about.
There's also
But I
a
can't
manga just
think
called
of the
Blue.
name. There is? Oh,
Yeah, it has a live-action
got-
film.
yeah. Then you got Blue
Oh.
Exorcist, and you got...
Blue Lock.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's
Blue
not
Lock,
the one
that's
I'm
it.
talking about, but yeah. That's also a soccer manga.
Is soccer a
man,
real
dude.
sport?
That's
No.
what I always ask too, dude. I don't know. The rest of the world seems convinced it is. I don't know.
Hmm.
And they try to call it football too, but like we already have a football, and it's way better. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
American football's a really good band.
That's true.
It is.
Have you ever been to the American Football House?
I have not.
No.
I've been there.
Inside of it?
My brother went inside.
Really?
Yeah, he said it was like really trashy in there.
Okay.
Oh,
That's all I have
An-
too.
Another blue show that's also about football is Blue Mountain State. Have you guys seen that?
I haven't. I've heard it's really funny, though.
It is. It's a perfect representation of the American school system, or university-wise. It's great.
Oh,
It's,
yeah?
Yeah. It's just another show that starts with the word blue. There's so many of those. It blows my mind.
But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. And what about you? Spooks?
Oh, working on some videos, working out, making sure to do adult responsibilities, watching stuff here and there. That's basically it.
What have you been watching and reading?
Oh man, couple movies. I've been still keeping up with the hit show Angel, as you're aware, since we talked about it last time. I did read the first 2 chapters of a new Shonen Jump manga actually today, because I figured we'd probably talk about it a little bit. It's the Red Hood one, because that seems pretty
Why you gotta
cool.
bring up red when we've been talking about blue, bro?
Blue.
What?
Come on.
Listen, I tried to do my homework. You can't expect me to do it right. Come on.
It's Blue Hood.
Come on.
All right. Nobody else will call it that, but with that's what it should have been. That's
Mhm.
how dare they have a red
Oh!
manga.
I also watched this film series called Men Who Hate Women, otherwise known as The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
yeah.
I have not.
It's actually really, really, really good. Like, it was phenomenal. It was
And
possibly 10
so
out
that
of 10.
translates to Men Who Hate Women.
Well, apparently it's based on a book series called Millennium, I think, but the Swedish titles for it are The Men Who Hate Women, which there are a
Right.
lot of men who hate women in that series / those films. So I think it gets its name, what's the word? Appropriately. But yeah, it was phenomenal. I would recommend it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
it's been remade by, Hollywood, because that's what happens when there's good films overseas.
Of course. Why not?
Well, I can think of a couple reasons why not. But yeah, so those are things I've watched recently.
Okay. Well, Jordan, I watched one of your videos the other day. I finally got around to watching your ranked manga.
Oh yeah.
For
Yeah. What
Shonen
do you think
Jump.
about it?
I agreed with a lot of it. I didn't realize you were brave enough to put Black Clover so low. I was proud.
Yeah, it's one where Black Clover has weeks for me where it's like really, really high, and then it has
Uh-huh.
other weeks where it just kind of disappoints. But I don't know, a few weeks after that and stuff, I had a chapter that kind of blew me away, where I was like, all right, that's the best chapter this week. So it's such a weird manga for me, because I feel like most chapters not much happens. So like once you're caught up, I don't know, it's good, but it's not. Yeah, it's probably around 8 to 10, 8 to 12, somewhere in there.
Hmm.
In Jump for me.
Yeah, and I think what really surprised me was how many manga that you ranked that are already gone now. And like this video
Dude,
came
it changes so fast. Speaking
Yeah.
of
out
which,
3 months ago.
one of them got way better. I think like towards the end, because they were trying to wrap everything up, but it was so freaking epic the entire time.
Mhm.
And it actually just wrapped that. It went for almost a year, and that series is called Hard Boiled Cop and Dolphin.
Oh, that ended?
I
It
didn't know that
ended, bro.
ended.
No,
And
the
it's by the
meme.
same author as Beelzebub, and honestly, with Spooky being the officer he is, and then like I've always just wanted to be his partner, so I've been trying to my mind's been blown over the last few weeks and stuff, just trying to cope with the fact that series is over, man. I don't know, it's led me to do some strange things, but
I've had
the
a
Dolphin partner was so cool.
I've had a cop outfit sitting on my desk, still in the package, for like 3 months.
Why?
Because I was gonna make it into like a stream redeem, but I never did because I'm
Oh,
lazy.
that's a shame.
We could have been the hard-boiled cop and Dolphin.
I know. I feel like I just ruined this whole situation. It was perfectly set up, and I didn't even think about it.
Oh, this
I
is
didn't
so
see the
sad.
connection. Little did
Yeah,
I
I didn't
know.
see the connection until late in my stream today. Someone pointed that out. They're like, "Oh my god, with Officer Spooks in you," and I'm like, "Oh my god, could have been his partner."
So, would I be the hard-boiled cop?
I
Yes.
think so, man. You're pretty hard boiled. You
Yeah.
take no, no excuses when it comes to any horniness in the chat.
That's true.
You suck eggs.
I did. Yeah.
So that's hard boiled too, man.
Well,
Definitely
what
makes
if
great
it's?
points.
Yeah.
But what if it's not a hard-boiled egg?
What else would it be?
Like a raw egg.
What else
The
would
fact
hard
that you
boiled
would
be?
suck a raw egg is pretty hard boiled in the other
Oh,
definition.
I agree.
That's,
Okay. I like it. I like it. Someday Jordan will have to do a duo stream or something.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Or
man.
hit the streets.
You need to read that series if you haven't read it. It actually ended up being pretty good. I liked it.
Hey,
It
well,
was,
you know what?
It's underrated.
Is it ended? Like, or is it about
It
to end?
ended. It
Okay.
ended. It's like 48 something chapters, or maybe 50.
All
I
right.
don't.
Well, here's my one
around
question. As someone who has read it, is the ending acceptable?
The ending was pretty acceptable. Yeah, I would say it. The last like 10 to 15, maybe 20 chapters, like it's weird. It's not really like a, how there's a lot of manga out there that almost seem episodic at times.
Yeah.
Or either that or it's like a big arc where they have fights going on and stuff. But for Hardboiled Cop and Dolphin, a lot of it like just kind of strings together. It's like all one continuous story, and like there are those one-off chapters and stuff. But like the last 20 chapters, maybe even more than that, were all kind of this one just story arc that ended up kind of wrapping up the whole thing. And it was all pretty great. Like dude, it had me very emotional at times. Like I about shed some tears over this series. Like I was not ready for how insane and intense it got before it closed up, and then once it closed up, it got a good little epilogue and all that. You'll love to see it.
Okay. You know what? If it's got an acceptable ending, then I can add it to my list.
I respect that.
But after some endings, I got bittersweet.
Oh, why? You're gonna make
Tasty.
people think that's about Attack on Titan.
It's not. We've been over that. We've talked about that. That's not what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
man.
I had a huge argument with Tensa about this, right?
Yeah, that's true.
What series are we talking about? You talking about like Usagi drop level of bad, or
I was. I'm not even sure if I know that one.
oh, man.
Was that Bunny
An
Drop?
anime, and then Usagi drop or Bunny drop? Yeah,
Bunny Drop. Yeah.
Dude, I never actually read the manga for it, but just hearing about the ending after I finished the anime, I was heartbroken.
Dude, I read
I was so sad.
I read like the description of the first volume, like, oh, this sounds cute, and then I found out what it was about later, and I'm like, no, they wouldn't. No,
Right.
Why? But I was
They
thinking
were
of Dexter.
Father figures for the little girl in Hardboiled Cop and Dolphin too. So it was also really sweet, but it stayed sweet. It never got weird like
Thank
that
goodness.
Oh,
in the
no.
end.
But no, I was thinking of Dexter and Game of
Oh.
Thrones specifically.
Yep.
Oh, right. Dude, you told me about that ending. I haven't even seen all of Dexter. Like
Oh
I've only
my
seen a little
God.
bit of season 1, but you told me about the ending, and like
It's
that
the-
just sounded amazing. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Dexter's
No,
ending
no,
is
no, no.
Insane. I won't even meme that one. It's
It is-
horrendous.
It is the single worst ending to anything I've ever seen.
Dude, the way you described it to
Absolutely.
me, I was blown away. I was like, oh my God, I kind of want to watch Dexter now. Like
Well,
that just sounds
it's
like the
coming
greatest
back.
ending of all time.
It's coming back.
It's coming back, yeah. There's no.
It doesn't have an ending. What do you thought? You mean it's coming back?
They're rebooting it or getting a new season this September. Couple
Well,
months.
it doesn't have an ending. All right, well there we go.
Well,
Oh,
okay,
man.
you have a point.
Well, one thing I wanted to ask you about your rankings is I saw a tweet from you recently, Jordan, because I have your tweet notifications on because I'm a
Oh,
good
no.
I'm a good The Anime Dude fan. Where you said Yozakura Family would be in your top 3 now, I think.
I think so. I love Yozakura Family.
I
it
like
is
that a lot.
epic.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm wondering what would you drop out of your top 3 in that, from that video?
Honestly, probably Mashal. I love Mashal,
Ooh.
but it's like really epic and really fun. I've loved it ever since chapter 1. I've been hyping up this series like 5 chapters in. When I ranked everything the first time, I put it above Demon Slayer, and people were mad. But like, I love Mashal, right? But like the last few chapters, at least, like there's been more serious fights and whatnot, and like less fights that involve Mashal. Like whenever other people are fighting and it's just not as memey and not as like funny, I just don't. I'm just not as into
Okay.
it as I would be. Whereas Yozakura Family just keeps getting better and better, and like it has its serious moments, it has its comedic moments, and it just blends those so well. So
Okay.
it has the slice of life type moments. It has it all.
I can respect that for sure. Okay. So would you just swap those 2 around?
I would just
You
swap those
think-
2 around. I think
Yeah.
as far as my top, dude. I don't know. One Piece and My Hero have just held on tight. Like they have been so good recently. So I can't really complain much about either.
There's so much hate for My Hero for no reason.
Although one thing I do want to address here is I don't recommend anybody have my tweet notifications on. I don't know how you do that. That's,
Oh, it's my
I don't tweet
favorite.
as much anymore. I've tried to use Twitter less, but like I don't have the app really on my phone completely anymore. I have it to where like I have to go through like some hoops to get on it on my phone. Like it's not deleted, but it's not like just accessible right there.
Mm.
And I try not to use it on my phone. So, I mean, I don't tweet as much anymore. But like, oh Jesus, I would not want anybody to have my notifications on. That sounds terrible. I wouldn't want to have my notifications on.
I have to say, scrolling through Twitter, be it morning, end of day, middle of day, whatever, I gotta say, I miss seeing a lot of your tweets. I feel like you're usually always on my timeline, and sometimes I don't see it.
Right.
I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, well, you turn notifications on then.
Well, no, it's just because he's been tweeting less. Like, I still see all his tweets.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
do
I
a
don't know,
thorough scroll.
I've tried to use Discord more recently and stuff because you kind of set it up the way you want, try to build a community there and whatnot. And I just have it to where I have a bunch of channels dedicated to different manga series that I've been reading and whatnot. That way, when the new chapters come out, there's just a place to go to, and I can talk about the manga, about the anime, less distractions and whatnot like there is on Twitter. Twitter, you find yourself scrolling down the same timeline like 3 times, and it's like 1 a.m. You're like, what are you doing? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? This is terrible. So. None of this is stuff I want to see. There's a cute video every now and then, but oh man. But I think the thing the straw that broke the camel's back, if you will. I saw a Mr. Beast tweet where he was like, hiring some editors or whatever. Here's if you want to apply or apply. It was just some normal tweet, right? And Mr. Beast or Jimmy, he seems like such a wholesome dude. And the way the Twitter algorithm works is all the replies to that get up to the top, the ones that you see first, are the ones that have like 2 likes and like 50 replies telling them they're stupid. So it's all the ones saying, "Mr. Beast, you fell off," or I hate you and your videos and stuff. And it does that because that drives engagement, right? It goes based on replies more so than likes and things like that. It's just the little things like that as a platform, where even if you're not interested in politics, it'll put politics up in like the trending right at the top whenever you first log in, and things like that. It's one of those sites that's just meant to drive engagement by showing you things that you don't necessarily want to see, right? So I figured I'd try to use it less.
See, that's something I'm always super interested in is like the way social medias work, and that's they get so much more engagement out of rage posting and getting people angry than they do out of positive things. So you have to like really go out of your way to curate your social media feeds to only have things that you want on there. Like you have to go out of your way to like click the little arrow and do like, I don't want to see this, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Same with YouTube.
Exactly. And Facebook and Instagram, like all social media websites, they function on trying to keep you on them as much as possible.
Yeah,
and the engineers behind it know how to do it. They definitely did their research on how that works.
And so that's why they kind of they sprinkle in some positivity because they know you want to see that, but they send you more things that you disagree with that you are not gonna want. Yeah, absolutely.
See, I just follow a bunch of artists, so all I see is just art all day, and I'm just constantly happy.
Yeah, that's good though. I feel like Twitter's one of the best places to find artists and stuff. There's always beautiful art on there, so it's definitely one of those things where there's definitely positives to it. I'm not gonna stop using it completely, but I feel like I'd be way more productive, or at least I'm trying to be. I feel like maybe using it less is a better way to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I did for eliminating Facebook.
Yeah, same. I feel like that was
people still use Facebook.
Not me.
It was really good for my mental health because I didn't care what anybody was doing anyways.
Exactly.
I only talk to like 5 people, and I can find them all on Twitter.
Exactly.
or elsewhere, but yeah.
Right.
Who uses Facebook anymore? Just deactivated.
I'm a MySpace guy myself.
I wish MySpace was still viable.
Right.
Tom sacrificed himself for the good of us, and
Dude, that's what I hate, man. Like Tom was like you could rank your MySpace friends, and Tom was like my best friend, man. And,
he was there. He was my only friend.
But Jack, man, Jack won't even follow me back. I don't understand.
Jack looks homeless.
Yeah, I don't even know what Jack looks like, but he doesn't even follow me back. Whereas Tom followed me back, and then I was fed up at that point, man. I missed MySpace.
Tom was my first friend.
Me too.
I think I only had a MySpace for like a month, to be fair.
Jack did look homeless, but now
you guys remember like all the drama around like the fact that you did rank your friends and stuff. People would be like, "Oh, you have Blitzo ranked above so and so."
Well, I
put Tom at the forefront. I'm like, Tom's better than all you guys. All right. Just...
I missed out on MySpace. I had one for like a month, and then I got Facebook, and that was that. But that was like 2008. So
I was the kid who was like, "I'm gonna stay on MySpace and never go to Facebook." Like I was that person.
And look where you ended up.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Evan. I hate change.
Yeah, I never thought I would have a Twitter. I was
Really?
so against Twitter back in like 2010. I was like, who the fuck? This is so stupid. 140 characters. What the hell is that?
I remember that.
It sounded so stupid to me. But
That's how
I
I, felt
remember I
about
made my
Vine.
Twitter for one thing. It was anime, just because I had, I had no friends that were really into anime, or I had very few that I could really talk to anime about. So like, I didn't really like my anime list layout back in like 2008. So
Yeah.
after a couple years, it was middle of high school. I was like, you know what? I'll just make a Twitter. And, I'll just change my Twitter name to the Anime Dude, and I'll talk about anime. I had a Kirito profile pic forever.
Oh, what a boss.
I know.
some
You
people
were based.
say he's
I've
better
been on there
than
forever.
or the true black swordsman.
That's probably what's wrong with me.
Oh,
Yeah, on Twitter long enough to see yourself dressing as a dolphin and all kinds of other weird stuff.
Oh, see, that's how I was with forums. I would go on like GameFAQs and
Right.
the PlayStation forum and stuff like that to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I still look back at some of the posts I made back then that were really cringy.
Oh, dude, that sounds like a fun time though. Like, I think PewDiePie made a video one time where he just went back and looked at his old My Anime List posts and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
like, oh, that just sounds like such a fun time actually going back and like looking at it.
Yeah. And luckily, like, it's all still out there for now.
Right.
It'll be gone eventually, but
yeah.
Like, I remember one post I think I shared on my Anime List stuff. I don't know why I shared it on there, but it was just a YouTube video that, or a YouTube clip, I guess you could say, that we posted back in the day. And without any context, like, my friend was just in a flower outfit dancing in the middle of the woods. And
what?
I thought it was a funny video for like 10 seconds. He's like, "Who's that lady? Who's
That's
that
awesome.
lady?" She's just in a flower outfit dancing out there. And man, I thought that was gonna go viral. I tried to share it with Ray Williams Johnson. He didn't want it. But that's out there somewhere.
Oh no. Well, you might be lucky off. He might have tried to copyright strike it.
Oof.
Right.
Oh man. You ever think about all the YouTubers that just disappeared?
Yeah, I
That
do.
just
Yeah.
all of a sudden one day stopped posting, or like a lot of
It was all the
them.
time.
Yeah,
Yep.
a lot of them like kept posting, but the algorithm fucked them over, and now no
They're
one
just
sees their
yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
So they quit that way.
There's
It's
tons.
kind of sad.
It is. Yeah. I mean, I feel like some of them just the issue is they didn't really adapt with the times, because I feel like regardless of what kind of content you're doing, at some point you have to make changes, because
Right.
everything is always evolving, whether that be what people want to see or just the formats of everything, whatever. And a lot of them were just like, no, I'm just going to keep doing the same exact thing. And then like you would look back at what videos were like in like 2009 and be like, well, yeah, no wonder. No wonder no one really watches anything like that anymore, because that's just not how it is.
Right.
Yeah,
Or like
it was-
even like Epic Mealtime, for instance. Like they were huge, and then like they barely do anything anymore.
Is that like Smosh Food Battle, or what's Epic Mealtime?
You don't know what Epic
What?
Mealtime is? Are
It-
you memeing us?
I don't
see
think
that
I do.
face. You look like
Is that the
you're memeing
annoying
us,
orange,
Jordan.
or is that like the
I
annoying
see
orange?
Listen, the annoying orange is still going strong. Okay.
Dude, I know.
Cartoon
I saw that. I
Network
think
show.
didn't he get his own Cartoon Network show? Oh,
He did, but he to
Uh-huh.
this day he's still going hard. Still
that blows
going
my
hard.
mind. I
But
remember like Lady Pasta, the Lady Gaga
Yeah.
parody. That was my favorite.
I watched the hell out of Annoying
Tomato.
Orange for a while, because I watched the guy who made it. I watched his videos before he ever did the Annoying Orange.
Uh-huh.
So,
Really?
like-
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because he just like he was really good at like After Effects editing.
Who
So
was he? What was
Right.
his,
his name is Damebo. He like
Oh, okay.
yeah. So like the
Uh-huh.
first Annoying Orange video was on his channel before it like got his own one, like his own
did not know
channel
that.
with that. So
Dude, I was
like,
in like middle school watching The Annoying Orange.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of the first series I remember like watching. Like, a little
I remember
bit.
when it came out, like because I was subscribed to him. But you
Oh,
really don't know
man.
what Epic Mealtime was?
I really
no,
don't.
he's
I really
memeing
don't.
us. Okay, now look
What?
at his face. Look at his face. He's
Come
smiling.
on,
I'm
Jordan.
caught in my own ignorance. I don't.
They
What else-
basically
what
just
am I
made like
supposed to look
really big things of food. like
Out of
obnoxious
fast food,
amounts of
usually.
food. Yeah.
And people watch that?
So they make like a
Yeah.
McDonald's lasagna with like
No,
100
you guys are
Big
pulling my
Macs or
leg.
some shit.
You're memeing us.
There's
Jordan.
no way you've never heard of
I
Epic
can
Meal
see your
Time.
face. I know
I've
you're
never
trolling.
heard it.
Your face looks like the troll face right now,
Jordan,
Jordan.
please.
Stop
Dude,
it.
I always look like that. I always look like this. What are you talking about?
Come on.
No,
But like, I'm just trying to say they're a prime example of like they didn't really adapt, so like they just kind of fell off because everyone's like, okay, we've seen them put 100 Big Macs in this for like the 50th time.
Yeah.
So like, what's next? You know?
What's interesting is like what really made me think of this lately is I watched a video kind of documenting this Pokemon card streamer who retired a year ago or 2 years ago, I think at this point, and was like really sad because he was posting daily, like he kept working hard, like uploading things that people like wanted to see back then, and he just couldn't get the percentage of his subscriber base to view his videos, and so he quit because like his videos were such diverse lengths that when they changed from like going by view count to going by watch time back then, that screwed him over. But he's back kicking now.
Is it primetime Pokemon?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
I used to watch him, and like occasionally I still will. Occasionally I still will. But I remember that when he posted like, yeah, I'm quitting. I'm like, dude, I understand. Like,
it was sad.
it is really sad. It's just because like he had such a straightforward like, hey, we're gonna open this, and then he would open them, and that's it. Whereas like another channel Pokemon related I watch all the time is Mr. Max Mofo Pokemon, and it's like he does the same exact thing except he's adding like a lot of comedy and just a slapstick gags to it the whole time. And because I have no sense of humor, I find it hilarious. So it's like you could just watch somebody open cards, or you could watch someone open cards with like a bunch of stupid commentary. So like, which one would you pick? At the end of the day,
I don't even feel like it's necessarily like a head-to-head thing like that. Like you have to watch one or the other. A lot of times people have shared audiences to where like if they're interested in people opening cards, they'll watch both. Yeah. But I don't know if you guys have ever watched Nuck's video on like the YouTube algorithm and whatnot, where he went in depth for like an hour. But it had some like very fascinating points that like you just never really consider. And it's like I think Evan kind of slightly touched on this, but if you say you change what type of videos you do or like change the length or something like that, then if only a certain percentage of like a huge amount of subscribers are clicking on something, it's less likely to recommend that video, right? So if you have 1 million subscribers that subscribed for Fortnite montages, and then you try to go to Valorant, and only so many of like a very small percentage of those people click the Valorant montages, it's going to do worse, even if people do want to see that, just because of less percentage.
I'm not an algorithm expert by any means, but the two things I feel like I've just noticed versus like seeing it happen firsthand is there's kind of like 2 to 3 ways how it works. So the most important thing is people who view the video within the first couple hours, believe it or not. Because that's what shows that like, oh, your subscribers are interested. So by that logic, that means that people who aren't subscribed would probably also be interested, because a lot of your returning subscribers are clicking on it right away. They're watching a lot of the watch time. So that's when it gets put into recommended early. Or the other thing is maybe a lot of your subscribers don't check it out like right in the beginning, but if people come back to it later, or like it gets put into search results and people are searching for what you're putting out, it might like maybe it's not something that your subscribers already are super interested in, but it's something that can bring in a new audience. Then it'll slowly get recommended and it can really blow up later, But if neither of those things happen, like your subscribers don't check it out right away and it doesn't really get put into search results, it just kind of dies.
Yeah.
That's what happens to all my videos. I can relate. They just die.
F.
Oh man, I say that. I don't really get recommended ever because I'm such a small channel. But I will say like half my views come from search results. So that's something I'm really grateful for.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So I got one of the how would you rate this video about the Shonen Jump rankings? So I gave it 5 stars, called it inspiring and helpful, and
changed your life.
Everything, absolutely.
Thank you, good sir.
So let the views start rolling in after that.
I hope so. That was one that actually did get recommended a little bit after a while, but it takes a little while for the algorithm to pick up on it, and by that point, the series are way different, right? Like that one, like 2 weeks after. It's like two of the series have been canceled. I'm like,
you
dang
Build
it.
King in it. Build King got canceled right after that, I think.
Like a day after. I'm like, well,
Uh-huh.
that was a thing.
And now freaking Nine Dragons Vault Parade got canceled. That made me pretty
I
sad.
know. It felt really rushed towards the end, but I wonder how much of that was due to the fact that they knew they were
Like,
going to get canceled.
Yeah.
It's tragic. Oh man. It's crazy once you start keeping up with it, just seeing how many different series start going and then just never really pan out or get that chance to pan out. So
Yeah, because I've been starting to like since that there's just something that came into me and I was like, I'm gonna start reading some of these random new ones. And like they changed so quickly because I really liked I Tell C and that's gone now.
that
That
was
one
interesting waifus for sure.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of all over the place, but
it was definitely all over the place, but it was kind of like I don't know, the part with
guessing though.
Yeah, with the reporter or whatever, not the reporter, the book writer. That was really interesting to me. I liked that. I wanted to see
There
where
you
they'd go, but we'll never know.
Womp.
Well, I will say though, I do like that Viz is, has all the Shonen Jump series right there to where everybody can read it online now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I feel like way more people keep up with it, and it's just kind of ever growing. Like when I first started making videos on the new series, I feel like no one else did. I feel like there was nobody really talking about Shonen Jump. There was a video here or there, but like not very often. For like the first 6 or 7 new Shonen Jump videos I made, I was easily at like the top of the search results for every single one of them for the longest time. And I feel like that's kind of changed a little bit. Like everybody's kind of keeping up with Shonen Jump now. Everybody's has their eyes on it, and everybody's kind of starting to realize how quickly some of these series go. So
Yeah.
I wonder if that'll change anything. I don't know, but I wonder if that'll change. I doubt it'll change how it works, I guess. But people are definitely going to be more aware of some of these series that burn out early, that never get that anime.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely helpful because I feel like with the introduction of like the Shonen Jump app and the Viz app and everything else like that, like before to check out a new series, you would have to like outright rely that somebody is already scanlating it basically or translating it and putting it online. Because like how else would you read it? You couldn't, because it's not going to be translated in English for like at least a year because they got to acquire the IP, they got to publish it, yada yada, and by then a lot of series are already canceled. So it's like, why would they bring it overseas if it didn't do well? But now that everyone can just check out a new chapter or like a new series as soon as it drops, I feel like there's so much more attention on all these series that normally wouldn't get life breathed into them.
Yeah, it is weird though that sometimes like there's a series that like blows up over here, like everybody over here loves it, but it doesn't do well in Japan, or there's something about it that causes it to get canceled in the Japanese audience. Like
just like Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider, Time Paradox Ghost Rider is a great example.
Yep.
That one, the main character
so
committing plagiarism, that was too much for the Japanese audience. They could not have that.
They could not handle it.
That was a thing, and he was the greatest mass murderer in human history. The serial killer like no other before him that like committed genocide basically of the human race, and that was okay. But plagiarism, that's a step too far.
Knock it off, yeah, too much.
Exactly. But there's that, and then there's like Hunter's Guild, I call the main character Little Red, but Red Hood, the series that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people over here have kind of loved that so far. It's only 2 chapters in, but like
strong
Western
start.
audience is taken on to it for sure.
I really like the art in it. I think the art looks so awesome.
It's done by Horikoshi's former assistant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's why it's like you can tell because the art style is so similar, but yet it's different enough. But like you can tell that he worked under Horikoshi for a while.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, Grim. Oh, that I think she's what really sold on the first chapter.
See, I like that one. I don't like. I'm not super invested in the Niru martial artist.
Yeah,
one.
it's. We don't have much to go on based on the first chapter, but yeah I feel like that one's. I could see that getting canceled the next go around too if it doesn't get better. But see, that's the thing. I've seen times where like the first chapter underwhelms me, and I'm like, oh, this sucks, and then I like it more over time. And then I've also seen times where I'm like, the first chapter, like I'm like, oh, this is really interesting, and then like chapter 2 and beyond, it like goes downhill. So I've seen it both ways.
See, Undead Unluck was that first category for me, where like the first few chapters, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why? This is so terrible.
I love
and then
Undead
it gets
Unluck.
so good. It gets so good.
So much fun.
Well, Jordan, I remember you also saying that it starts out really fucking like.
It starts out pretty weird. Like, yeah, you definitely got to get introduced to everything, right? And like in the first chapter, like the main girl's sad because like her stuff, if anybody touches her at all, you know, bad things happen to him, and then comes in the main character with his dick wave like hanging out everywhere, just kidnapping her. And it's like a very weird introduction to the series, right? Like you're like, I don't know what to even think of this, but so when I first ranked everything in Shonen Jump, that had like 5 or 6 chapters out, and I ranked it like 18 out of 20. Because I was like, I could see this going either way. It could get better, but now it has one of the more interesting power systems in Jump. The entire world is like mixed in with that power system so tightly that it's like that's also very interesting. Like I don't know, everything's so just fun and interesting about it without it taking itself too seriously. So it's turned into a really good series that I think some people might have dropped too soon. So
it has some of the best like powers, I think, that are so interesting in the way they use them in fights.
It makes you think, dude. You're like, I don't know what's going to happen. But oh man, but how they go against one another is fascinating most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially like, I'm really excited for the new, the next chapter and like this next upcoming arc, which I won't say much to not spoil spooky, but like, she wants to fight something, and like she wants to do it her way, which is going to be really interesting.
And even the side characters grow on you after a while. A lot of them do. The entire thing is so interesting. Like it's I feel like a good comparison, even though I haven't really read all of Black Cat. I only know what I've read from when I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
But like it's just one of those like series that I think a lot of people will probably rate it like 8 out of 10, 7.5. It's not a masterpiece, but it's so much fun and it's so good. And I think it's definitely worth checking out. It's grown on me so much.
I think the way you said it, where it's so unique, but it doesn't take itself too seriously. Like, there's definitely a way, like, this story could definitely be told in a super, like, dark, serious way, and I don't think it's near as interesting.
Right, exactly. I don't know. It's definitely a good one. I've definitely pre-ordered, like, every volume I think I've seen so far that's come out, so.
I was going to do
I do that
with,
for all the physical releases in Jump, but still.
I was going to do that for Yozakura Family. That one,
dude,
really...
They won't give it a physical... Like, they announced the physical volumes for Sakamoto Days, but not for Yozakura Family. I don't... Like, Yozakura Family's like that redheaded stepchild that, like, nobody seems to want, and I don't understand.
It's so good, though.
It's terrible, dude. I don't understand why they treat it like that. I don't...
No, it's got a similar to Undead Unluck, where it's kind of goofy, doesn't take itself super seriously, but like there are some like
towards the start, I thought it was more of like a gag type manga. Like I mean, the first chapter wasn't too gag like, but like a lot of the action and fights and stuff are very gag like.
Especially with the older brother,
Exactly, yeah. But it's like it gradually gets more and more serious, and then it has those arcs where it's like good slice of life type stuff with some silly stuff in there, and then it has also really serious moments where things get dark and heavy and whatnot. And it goes. I feel like it does a good job of going back and forth between the two. It has a really good mix of everything for everybody.
It's got such like tender emotional moments between the main two, as well. Right. Like, I think it's like especially one of the more recent chapters where they were acting parents. No, not holding hands. Right. That was really cute. Yeah. But like just how I don't think that's definitely not it's a spoiler, but it's not super relevant.
They're just such a good couple. I feel like they are a good best couple in like I can think of like ever in Jump really. Like I don't know, it's such an important and vital part of the series and who they are. So I don't it's fascinating to me.
Because I know you made a video saying Tayo is your favorite protagonist.
I would say, he's my favorite protagonist in Jump. Like, even, like, slightly above even Luffy and Mashal right now. I love him. So, that and the rest of the cast has grown on me, too. Like, have you ever seen History's Mightiest Disciple, Kenichi?
No, I haven't.
You have not? I know Spooky has, but...
I have.
In that you have a character that definitely... Kenichi definitely focuses more on the training up of the main character and whatnot, and, like, it's more gradual in that regard. But he's surrounded by many martial arts masters that like kind of teach him martial arts gradually and whatnot. And he has to kind of learn the ropes and, wants to learn to protect those that are precious to him. And in a lot of ways, it's so similar to Yozakura family. But instead of like having martial arts masters teach him, he has the siblings of that family. So, so getting to learn those siblings or learn about those siblings and see them on an individual basis is so cool because it's such a good cast once like that's just gradually introduced.
Yeah, and they're also different. Like none of them are like similar at all, but Tayo can connect with all of them too.
Right.
Like
even the older brother, I hated him at first. He kind of reminded me of Gosh from Black Clover, but even he's grown on me. Like I like him. I like a lot of the moments that he has. He's just that overprotective older brother. Like,
well, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
It's like the chapter. I don't know how far into it are you, Spooky?
To Black Clover?
Or
I haven't read the other one.
I don't like Gosh really, but okay. For Yozakura family, Gosh hasn't grown on me. I hate Gosh.
That's what I was. My bad.
No, the older brother and Yozakura.
That's what I thought we were talking about.
That Evan mentioned about like them pretending to be parents and whatnot. It's not much of a spoiler, but the siblings got gifts and stuff for the kid there at the end, and like he couldn't pick, he didn't know what to pick or whatever, so he had like a bunch right there that he was like trying to decide between. It was so sweet and wholesome that he was like, he still has that like older brother mentality. So like even though he can get weird and creepy at times, like as an older brother, you love to see that. Like that was such a wholesome little moment at the end of that chapter. So he's grown on me.
Oh, they've got such good like moments with the older brother. Like the other siblings and the older brother's relationship just always cracks me up, especially the cat man and his power that he does with the older brother is always so funny to me.
Man. Oh, I don't want to talk about Yozakura family too much, I guess, because Spooky hasn't read it, but I want you to read it sometime, Spooky. It's my number 3 in Jump right now. It's slept on. It's slept on, and nobody pushes it.
So good.
Nobody makes videos on it. Like if you look up Yozakura family on YouTube right now, I guess I don't know the specifics, but I can almost guarantee you some of my videos will be at the top, and that's a sad thing because those aren't very popular videos. But just search up Yozakura family. Yeah, Tayo's the very first one. That video on why I like Tayo. Second result is ranking every current manga in Weekly Shonen Jump, also by me. Nobody talks about it. Greek Weeb had one video on it. Why you should read Mission Yozakura family, and there's been a couple others, but like, nobody talks about it. I don't understand. It doesn't register with me.
That's so sad.
Yeah, you'd really like it. I think that would be my highest recommendation of like recent Jump editions.
How new is it? Like how many chapters in it?
It's not that even that new. It's like 70 something chapters in. It's
like
over a year old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been going longer than like Mashal. Okay.
That's what. And like Matsumoto Days just got a new like volume announced and stuff. But like unless Yozakura family gets an anime, I don't know if it'll get a English release volume.
That's
I don't
so
understand
sad.
why.
It's really sad.
It's so good though, and the art is like amazing too. Like the art blows me away on top of everything else. Like I don't know. I don't want to gush about it too much, but it does.
Yeah.
It vaguely reminds me of Kenichi in some ways, so I do recommend it.
Okay. Well, I did like Nietzsche, so I think
Like
you sold me enough just by saying that.
Epic and cooler protagonist from the get-go, though. Like he's not as he doesn't take as long in his chat formation, I should say.
Gotcha.
Like he's pretty decent by like chapter 3 or 2 or something like that compared to Kenichi. It's like a couple hundred chapters in, he might be better.
Oh man, yeah. I kind of wanted to just expose Spooky to the breadth of newer Shonen Jump manga.
It's a fun journey. There's a lot of fun stuff out there. Hardboiled Cop and Dolphin, though, Spooks. Me and you, we got you.
But it's not new anymore.
I know. I hate that it ended, bro. I was wanting to do a video after it ended on it, but I didn't know really even what to say. Like it was so sad. I'm like, nobody's really gonna watch it because it's like a series that ended in less than a year. That's already canceled. And...
Yeah.
Oh
man.
What do you think of Candy Flurry? That's a newer one.
It's fun. I don't know. I'm not huge on it, but
really?
It's like, I don't know. I'm not huge on it, but I could see why people like it, and I don't dislike it. So it's like the whole cake arc from One Piece, but like that's the whole thing.
Yeah. I think it's definitely a little forgettable, but I think I really like the ideas and the power system within
It's
it
fun.
so
It's
far.
fun.
Yeah.
It's one thing I definitely don't mind reading each week at all. It's usually a quick, fun read. So
Yeah, it's
I'm not in love with it, but I don't dislike it. So
it's kind of dumb fun.
exactly. That's a
You
good way
know,
to put it. I'm gonna hit that guy with my lollipop, and he's gonna shoot some popcorn at me. And you never know what to expect.
Yeah, and now they're getting into the frickin' I don't know, the moon demons from Demon Slayer are coming back.
No.
Yeah, it's
Oh, no.
scary.
Is Demon Slayer coming back though, or are you talking about like in?
No, I'm just being.
Well,
I'm
season
being,
2 comes out somewhat soon. I think October.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, technically, it's coming back. Just
Yeah, I love the movie. The movie for Demon Slayer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it's
It was
It's
phenomenal.
had
so
such a
good.
good adaptation. I'm not even huge on the
Uh-huh.
manga for Demon Slayer, but the adaptation has been pretty epic. So we'll love to see it.
yeah,
That VIP treatment.
I agree. I think that animation is some of the best that I've seen,
Oh yeah,
like bar none.
like and also the music, the direction.
hmm
It's
It's
handled
no
so
wonder
well.
it got so popular just with season 1, and then
Right.
the movie becoming the top grossing R-rated animated film of all time.
Which I think
It-
that's huge. One, I don't
Yeah.
really know why it was R-rated, but two, I love to see how well it did because I just love the whole concept of having canon arcs and whatnot in movie form because movie budgets are usually a lot higher. You get that
Mhm.
high quality animation and whatnot, and it's like seeing that in like a canon story. Like the only two examples I can really think of are Demon Slayer and Konosuba. And I feel like both times it's turned out great, just having that canon arc in
Well,
movie form right there.
Did you
in the middle of the series?
watch Made in Abyss by chance?
I have not. I have not.
Okay, because I'm not sure like what is considered canon and not for that series, but they also had a movie come out recently, and I watched that, and boy,
I need to watch that.
that was
I
something.
have Made in Abyss. I just haven't watched it yet.
Ooh, Jordan, it is one of the most weird series I've ever experienced because
I've heard good things.
it has such cool world building, I have to say, above everything else. But
Right.
the two main characters, kind of worthless, and they make some of the worst decisions I've ever seen, bar
Oh,
none.
no.
And like it's so weird because it goes from one second to just, oh yeah, we're all happy, lucky kids, and the next second, one of these kids is being strung up and whipped naked, and it's like,
Oh, I actually saw
fucking
that scene.
excuse me, what is happening?
Oh,
I think
And,
I saw
uh,
that scene in like a Nuts video or something. Something to do with cursed content. Like,
It gets so
Cursed scenes.
dark, and it's like, but then it'll go from being so dark to like so happy-go-lucky, like, oh yeah, this is really sexual and weird, and we're 12, and it's like, no, stop, I don't like this. But the
Oh,
the
no.
world building is so cool. Nothing else, just for the world
this is what
building.
I've heard about the
Yeah.
world building is fascinating though.
Yeah, like
love
it
to
is
see
so
that.
cool. But that's another one where they had a movie, and the movie's really well done in like a 2-hour format. But man,
You know what else had good world building?
what?
No, I don't even want to. We probably shouldn't talk about it. Nobody's gonna want to hear about it because it's over. It's canceled.
What was it?
Build King.
Oh, Build King was sweet world building.
Dude, like it was weird. I didn't really care about the plot thus far. Like of
Absolutely.
everything we saw, and I didn't care about the characters. But like
Huh?
world building, it was so fascinating. It was by the same guy as Toriko, so that should tell you something. But it's like
Mhm.
everything's based off of carpentry, and then like the power system was based off carpentry. And I thought that was fascinating. Like that was such a cool little concept.
Yeah,
So, I
and
was
then
like, it could have been something.
and the art was so cool too. I feel like
Yeah. The art was alright. It was interesting and unique.
I like that art style.
I feel like had it kept going, I would have grown on me like a One Piece or something like that type of
Mhm.
art style. Like it's just you know what it is. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
but like I feel like when you look at like the big creatures and stuff that they had, and like the big landscape shots, those were always really
they
interesting
were
to me.
beautiful. Those were dude, the
Yeah.
first chapter I read. I just sat there like
Uh-huh.
for a couple different times, just panning in on different like landscape things or like built kings, as you will, like
Yeah.
the different like carpentry built houses and stuff, and they were just so fascinating. I'll just sit there staring at them like how do you come up with this or this? Like I don't even remember the examples, but like I was blown away by it. So it was like I'm not interested in what's happening right now narratively, but like the world itself was fun.
Yeah, that's mainly what it is. Yeah, and then it got canceled pretty
That's why it got
quickly
canceled.
too. Yep.
Yeah.
But then the last one that I'm reading that's relatively new is Blue Box, and I know that's one you're really
Blue Lock?
enjoying. Yeah, Blue Box.
Blue Exorcist?
I'm gonna kill you.
What?
Oh man.
I hate Jordan.
Blue Mountain State?
This is Yorphin,
Thanks,
actually.
Thanks for coming to the Sushi Podcast. It's been a great time.
Wait, we wrapping up already?
Well, I am.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. But yeah, Blue Box.
Oh man, Blue Dragon?
I'm gonna.
There's so many anime that just start with the series Blue, or the name Blue.
Hey, did you know that you can
Bluebird,
follow
the
our
Naruto
co-host Evan at Blue4?
Oh, cool.
BLOOFOUR. Just gotta spell it out.
Oh yeah, I love that. Foster Son for imaginary friend character. His name
That's
was
me.
Blue.
His name was Blue.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that I'm Blue? Dabba dee dabba die.
Oh, everything's so blue, bro.
So listen up. Here's a story about a little guy that lives
Oh
in
my
the blue world,
God.
and all day and all night, everything he sees is just blue, like him,
Well, that's
inside
kooky.
and outside. You know, you gotta blue his house with the blue little window and the blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, because he doesn't have anybody to listen. Isn't that sad?
Dude, that is such a sad song once you actually know kind of what the words mean. But like as a kid, you're like, oh, this is a bop. You're just dancing.
I was telling a real story about myself, actually. Thank you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that is tragic. Oh no. So back to Blue Box.
Yeah. Thanks, Jordan.
Or Blue Lock, whichever one it was.
Blue Box. I'm gonna
Dabbity dabba
scream.
die.
It's adorable, isn't it?
It is adorable.
I like it.
like-
It's such a good change of pace for Jump too. It's like every week I feel like I'm reading a bunch of pretty typical shonen series, and then you get like that one that's like, oh, this could be a shoujo if it wanted to. Like this is sweet. It's a good change of pace.
Yeah, it's cute. The art's cute.
Mhm.
The characters are likable,
It's adorable.
especially their eyes. I never noticed that, but
Dude.
their eyes are really detailed.
I like it though. I followed the artist of it, or the mangaka on Twitter, and he posts some really good art of it at times. Sometimes before the chapter comes out, but I don't know.
Ooh.
I love seeing his art in his art style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a good romance in Jump.
It's good. It's good. It's no Yozakura family, but it's good.
I have a blue house with a blue window.
Do you?
Blue
Oh,
is
man.
the color I thought that I'd wear.
Yeah, I got a game. Well, it's not really a game, but I got a fan favorite segment for you to help us with, Jordan.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What's that?
It's called. Let me find the official name real quick. It's
Coin
called
flip? Oh.
Reddit. More like I'm reading questions to you guys right now from Reddit.
Hey, I love that one.
Oh, I
That's
like
the
that.
segment. Thanks.
Sounds like a fun segment.
It's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
So the first one is it's kind of a softball question and something we should all be able to knock out of the park. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are just questions that were posted on Ask Reddit, and I thought they'd be fun to discuss. And so I've got a handful of them,
Oh.
and we're just gonna kind of discuss them.
Okay.
The
Okay.
first one is, what is your first memory of using the internet?
Oh. Blue are the words I say and what I think.
Mine was, well, I hate you.
I'll actually give an answer. Let me think.
Mine was starting my too spooky hate club.
Oh.
Quizzes.
The
I hate
first
quizzes.
time I remember
Yeah,
using the
first
internet.
memory. Uh-huh.
I mean, one of the first I can think of involves RuneScape, but I'm trying to think like
Yeah.
back. Oh, well, I don't know if that counts as the internet because I remember using the computer, but I don't know if I was necessarily online at the time.
That's fine.
Like my dad had a good old like Mac 95,
Uh-huh.
so I remember really young playing like a very crappy version of Monopoly on that, and like just some other games that were on a disc and
What is
a
wrong
floppy
with you?
disk.
Why were you playing Monopoly that young?
Because Monopoly's one of my favorite games. You got to train early.
Apparently.
Such a good game.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
When people don't fucking cheat. Just saying. But I am a Monopoly stan. It's my favorite board game. Fun fact. But that's my earliest like computer memory. But I feel like I wasn't actually online for a while because I wasn't like allowed to be, and I didn't even know how to access it for such a long time. But I feel like the first time I had free reign access to the internet, I tried to play RuneScape because someone else had set up an account for me via their internet.
So, FYI, Jordan is frozen. I'm not sure if you're still here with us, Jordan.
Oh no, we lost him, boys.
I'm glad you're editing this one.
Yeah, Jordan.
Oh my god, I hate you.
I'm just keeping the things going. Well, while we're waiting for him, do you want to talk about your internet story, or should I recite more lyrics from the hit song "I'm Blue"?
Oh, I can do my internet story, man. Not super exciting, but when I was really young, I would be on my grandfather's lap playing on the computer. Mm-hmm. This is like as a toddler. There he is. There's Jordan back.
My internet just went off and then back on. I guess it is storm. But I don't know what happened with that.
Hey, well, welcome back. Welcome back.
Are you feeling blue?
Very, very. As is my costume. Oh. What are we talking about?
I mean, blue are the people here that walk around.
We're doing our first internet stories. So, yeah, this wasn't internet, but this is my first computer story. Oh, okay, never mind. You're still there. I'm watching you in case you freeze up again.
I'm here.
Yeah, you are.
I'm listening intently to your story.
Oh,
Don't
thanks,
worry. I'm totally not blocking out. I am here. I am present. You have my full attention.
You are clearly invested. But I remember playing an Elmo key game. And so, like, pressing keys on the keyboard would make sounds appear. And that's the first thing that I ever did on a computer, I think.
Huh. You know, can I just say one thing about the old-time computer games?
I can hear it. You can say two if you want.
Just video games in general. Like, what the fuck was it when they didn't have any sort of save option? And, like, there was also no way to, like, you put in a code to, like, get to where you were, you know? Because I remember playing this one game where, like, I had to fix a horse, right?
Okay.
Like, so I don't even know what it was about, but you'd play, like, little mini-games. And, like, let's say you beat one, and then all of a sudden the horse gets a new leg. And you have to beat the things, like, a couple times, and then finally, you know, the leg is, like, pristine. It's the best horse leg you've ever seen. And you do that for other parts of the horse, and then when you finally beat the game, you ride away on the horse, and that's it, right? But there was only, like, one time I was ever able to beat that game, because I'd have to, like, get off the computer after, like, a little bit. You know, I'm a child. I can't be on the computer all day. Well, little did they know.
It'll melt your brain.
Yeah, little did they know. But one day I actually beat it, and I was like, hell yeah. But then I go to play again, and it's like, I gotta start over. And it was like that every time. So, like, I get progress, and then that was it. So, like, what the fuck?
You were supposed to get good.
Yeah, but I sucked eggs back then.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well,
bad game
design. You got much better now.
Yeah, bad game design. But, Jordan, what about you?
I have a few different memories, but, like, I can't remember which one came first, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So, like, I remember playing RuneScape in 4th grade. Before that, I think I remember playing some of those Disney Channel games. And I think before that, I remember at school we played, like, Oregon Trail and stuff. Like, you know, that path through the Oregon Trail. I thought that was, like, the funnest game of all time at that point. I don't know. There's a lot of things. I'd look up a lot of Naruhina, Nickelback AMVs. Like, you know, any Naruto AMV I could find. That was one thing I used it for. But I don't know. It was all so long ago that I don't even really remember.
Naruhina, I hate you.
Been too far away for far too long.
All right, next question. I think those are good answers. That's a good little time travel trip. The next question.
Hopefully that rain on the window isn't too loud.
Oh, I can't. It's not raining here.
See, there's a park nearby my house, and I'm pretty sure they're having, like, a literal vibe sesh up there, because I hear some drums, so I think you'll be fine.
What? Wait, what?
You're like, you know the park by my house?
Oh,
Yeah, no, I do. I just don't know how they got friggin' drums around there.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Like I think they're
bonfires, I
having
guess.
like the big park, you know, like up by the
Yeah.
gas station. Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
there's
yeah,
like
my
some
bad.
sort of
Okay.
something happening up there because I can hear
Okay.
some people are beating some drums.
concert.
What?
did you say,
Maybe it's
Jordan?
James.
Well, James is here. He actually
I said
came back today.
concert.
Fun fact.
Is he playing your drum set?
No.
Don't touch
Oh.
my drum set.
I guess you'd probably hear that a little bit more.
Epic reference.
Thanks.
But I mean, I
Alright,
could.
what? Go ahead.
No,
Stepbrother.
it's not important. Go ahead.
Has James ever done that to your drum set?
You know what? I hope not, but it's possible.
What does fried shrimp taste like without cocktail sauce?
That's fair. That's fair.
That's our next question.
I don't eat shrimp with cocktail sauce, so
So what's it taste like without it then?
it tastes like fried shrimp. It's like shrimp with breading.
Telling me a
Never
shrimp
had
fried
fried
this?
shrimp.
You've never had fried
Yeah,
shrimp?
it's like shrimp fried rice without the rice.
Yeah, exactly.
No, because like shrimp fried rice, like you're not actually frying the
I don't
shrimp.
think I have. So most of the time, whenever I eat shrimp, it's like I don't know.
You like
I guess I
cocktail
have
shrimp?
had popcorn shrimp. I guess that kind of counts. Huh?
Yeah, that
Like
popcorn
microwave.
shrimp is totally fried
I
shrimp.
don't know. Like
Yeah.
at Red Lobster, you know how they have the endless shrimp?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I usually don't eat popcorn shrimp or anything though. I usually get like shrimp scampi or something like that, or
Okay.
grilled, or like any kind that's not like popcorn shrimp though. I don't dislike popcorn shrimp, but I forgot even that
Yeah.
was even a thing.
I got sick of
That's-
popcorn shrimp
I
one
don't
time,
ever
so I
eat that.
kind of disavowed it.
Really?
But regular shrimp, I'll eat regular shrimp anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Without cocktail sauce, because who needs
Heck
it?
yeah.
So I got a fun shrimp fact, okay?
All right.
You guys know flamingos?
I think so,
Ooh.
yeah.
You know that they're not naturally pink?
Yeah.
They're
Um,
pink because of
yeah.
a pigment in the food they eat, which is shrimp and then forms of
Mhm.
algae.
Well, so like,
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I have a question. So,
Okay.
when a flamingo is born, I'm assuming you're a flamingo expert. Are they pink because of what their parents ate, or are they born a different color and they later turn pink because of
I
what they
believe
eat?
they're born white. I believe they're born white.
Huh. So theoretically, you could feed them a different diet and you'd have a different colored flamingo.
They're naturally white. Like, that's what their
Yeah.
natural color is.
So like,
So if you give them anything that's not... I don't think you could make them like a blue flamingo if you feed
well,
them.
no, I mean, but like you could
stuff
make
with
them not
blue.
pink. You could make them just white. Like you
Yes,
could have a white
yes,
flamingo.
you can make them white, yes.
Albino flamingo. Okay.
So
I
like
did
if
not
you
know
put
that.
food coloring on the stuff that they eat, like on the shrimp and whatnot, you turn them blue.
Well,
Blue flamingos.
Yeah, you could. Go give it a try.
But
Your
does that happen
Blue
with
will let
people?
you.
like if you just eat food coloring
Don't-
over and over and over, would you eventually turn
I've
blue?
never turned pink because of my.
Because I'm blue.
don't believe
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew. That's,
Hey, listen.
Oh, guys.
yeah.
What?
I don't know. I just looked up blue flamingos. They look really cool.
Oh.
So this is awesome.
Oh, did you know that if you put you put blue food coloring in waffle mix, you can get rare blue waffles?
South American blue flamingo eats a diet of blue fish and shrimp. Okay. The South American blue flamingo. That's awesome.
There's
So
learning
there are
stuff
blue
right now. This is
flamingos.
cool.
So you can have a blue flamingo.
There are. There are.
Epic.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
no pictures of blue waffles out there on the internet. You just have to try to make it yourself.
Oh. I
Let me
mean, I've
look
had
it up real
blueberry
quick.
waffles.
Look it up real quick.
Oh God! What are you? Those aren't waffles. What the heck? Did you, what?
Have you never heard of
Evan.
this, Jordan? Come on.
Evan,
What, Jordan?
Evan.
I said they were.
Can we get a
not
bonk
there.
here, spooky? Sort of. Wait, I don't even think that's a bonk. That's just. What?
You've never got blue waffles?
Told you they're not on there, Jordan.
Apparently not.
I would never lie to you. I
I-
told you they were not on there, and they weren't, were they?
No, I plead the fifth. I think I'm blind. Dude, I don't know, man.
Can't.
You have a
You have to be memeing. I can't do. I
He's
can't.
definitely memeing.
I can't do this. I
Look
can't.
at that face. Look at his face.
That's my secret. You can never tell. Oh,
No, I knew immediately. Immediately. You were fucking around. I just wanted Spooky to believe you.
I don't know. I don't know. I tend to trust in people, you know.
I trust Jordan with my life.
You know what? Jordan is
You
the
know,
kind of
he-
person I feel like I could trust with my life, genuinely. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
I don't say that
thank
about
you.
many people.
Thank you. Thank you.
But even then, I wouldn't, like, want you to be in a situation where my life was in your hands. I'm just saying I feel like I could trust you. That deeply.
That's
I
fair.
appreciate you, Jordan.
That means a lot. That means a lot, genuinely.
Aw.
Although I was memeing. Now I know. I feel like I have to be honest. I didn't actually look anything up. I'm sorry for that. I don't know why I ruined it, but usually I like to stay. What do you call it? Mysterious. I don't like people to know if I'm memeing or not. I like to keep it. You can never. I like to keep you guessing. All right. I like to keep you on your toes. So the
That
fact
might
that
be-
Spooky still trusts me somehow, man.
Yeah, I
Means a
can't
lot.
believe you fell for that. That might have to be our first American Sushi highlight right there.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If his life was in the balance, I feel like I would do everything I could to come through. All right, you trust me. I'm gonna try to pull through for the boys. But yeah. I do meme a lot, and whether or not I'm memeing, is something people can never tell. Or
Man,
can they?
yeah, that's your secret. You're always memeing.
Aha. You're not supposed to tell people my secret. It's like a magician.
Well, what is on your bucket list, and what steps are you going to, or are you taking to achieve them?
Oh my god. You know what?
Huh?
I'm just gonna keep it plain and simple. Plain
Yeah.
and simple. The only thing on my bucket list is to just be happy and content in life. Period.
There
Okay.
you go. That's
Yeah.
a solid
I know
bucket
what I know what boxes I need to check to make those things happen, and I'm on my way.
Mm-hmm.
And being just happy and joyful in the meantime.
list. That's a good thing to strive for. But so Evan, you want to know what's on my bucket list?
Yeah, let's hear it, Jordan.
Some people think I'm a pretty memey guy, right? They're pretty. Yeah, I like to try to be funny at times, but
A little goofball.
I think I want to be taken more seriously on the internet. I want to be taken as a very serious figure. That would never joke around or meme whatsoever. And I think that's my bucket list. That's what I'm striving towards. So
Yeah. And so
no jokes whatsoever.
what steps are you gonna take to achieve that? That was the other half.
I feel like the way you dress and present yourself is very important. So I've been trying to take that into consideration. I'm still in the planning steps of it, but I feel like that's a good place to start.
Yeah, I think you're on the right track there, Jordan. I agree.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd say my bucket list is well, I can't be broad and I can't be that. I have to kind of joke a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be as serious as Jordan was. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd like to write a book, but
Oh,
I'd like that book to
Ooh.
only use like half the letters of the alphabet.
Or
well,
brilliant idea here. You could write books about the alphabet, like Volume 1, the letter A.
Okay.
There you go. Then you can only make 13 of them, and leave people just wondering where is the rest of the books.
okay, I feel like I have a fundamental question about this, if you don't mind, Evan.
Let's
So,
hear it, man.
have you thought about, like, obviously you've put a great deal of thought into this, if it's on
Of
your
course,
bucket
yeah.
list, and you're very
Yes.
serious, and you're probably, are you taking steps to make this happen? For one, just so I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, no, I'm learning the alphabet
Okay.
right now.
So, what letters are you gonna take out? Like, I feel like that's
well-
really important.
Yeah, so I'm gonna split it in half. I think I'm gonna use the first 13 letters.
I
Okay.
feel like that's the ideal way to do it, because then it kind of catches people by surprise, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're not expecting it, and then suddenly just it stops.
And it's gonna suck because I can't have anything be plural, like unless the plural doesn't have an S.
Exactly.
I see.
So I could just use deer, or
Dude.
I can't.
How
make
messed up is
plural.
it that there are words that have plurals that aren't even S's?
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
use deer either. I'm stupid.
It's like, what's the plural of box?
Plural of box.
you know something
Or,
I've been...
the plural of box and then like the plural of ox are way different. Like just
That's
just
true.
think about that.
That's a good point.
So, there's been something I've been kind of struggling with, because
Or
we have a
mouse.
friend named James, right?
Okay.
So whenever I feel like I have to, do like the apostrophe S ownership thing
Yeah.
for him,
Mhm.
it's like he already has an S on his name.
Yeah.
So it's like, is it James is, or do
No,
I
you
even
just put
add
an
another
apostrophe
S?
at the end.
Yeah, but like that's so stupid. Like,
yeah,
why?
you don't add another S.
But like, I want to. That's the thing. I want to, but I know it's wrong.
Understand.
I know it's
what
wrong.
you want, Spooky.
People who have an S at the end of their names already have pretty good lives.
But
okay?
why is
They don't get
James
extra
plural,
S's.
anyways?
They don't
you
get
know?
extra S.
Why is that plural? Like, why is it James?
Dude, ask
Like,
his
there's
parents,
two of
bro.
them.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, call Angela.
I mean, I saw her earlier. I should have asked while she was here. I don't want to bother her.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I was
Well,
just saying, you know,
This
it's been on my
leads
mind.
This leads me to the next question.
Maybe they were expecting twins. They just made it plural.
That's gruesome, George. That's pretty dark,
What?
man.
Oh no! Like they just thought, like, oh, it'd be nice to have twins, and then they just got James.
The next question.
I didn't mean it in a gruesome
Could
way.
you
like,
imagine
know, like,
meeting someone whose name is like Jordan's, and they're like, "Yo, why is your name Jordan's?" And they're like, "Oh, well, they thought I was gonna be twins, but my homie didn't make it, so
Oh, I
I'm
didn't mean it like that. Oh,
so
jeez.
I'm gonna be both of them now."
I'm
Oh,
I'm in the womb.
They named me twice to carry on,
man.
to carry on the legacy.
That's not even how I meant that.
To
but
live
it is
for
dark
both of
now
us.
You mentioned it. Oh man, that was unintentionally dark. I was just. I was thinking more like, oh, you were like extra fat there, like, oh, like I thought there would be two of them popping out, but yeah, that would be way worse. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
All right. so what's this question? What's this question? Hold up.
Next question is, what the hell is wrong with you? That's legitimately from Ask Reddit. they wrote, what the hell is wrong with you?
No, I like to think that there's nothing wrong with me. I am pretty much the ideal human being. There's nothing, wrong on upstairs. I'm just I'm all here and put together, and this is pretty much peak human.
See,
I mean,
my thing is social anxiety.
Yeah, same. I don't know. I could self-deprecate, but I feel like it's more just, there's a couple like mental issues here and there.
I'm glad we took this one really legitimately seriously.
Yeah, I could go on, but I feel like that's the best way to put it. I mean, Jordan is peak performance over here, but
Yeah.
Sometimes the brain's just like, nah. And
Jordan's a boss.
and like just like Evan, I don't want to go outside and talk to people.
I hardly want to stay in and talk to people.
Yeah. Unless it's
Spooky,
Jordan,
there's
who I
times
trust
where
with
my
my
brain
life.
starts to doubt itself as well, but then whenever it does that, I just stop doing that. I just be awesome instead. I feel like that's the way you got to go about it,
Well, yeah, but like,
Put me out of a job,
how?
Jordan. You're putting me out of a job, man.
Yeah. Hey, fuck.
I'm just giving you advice, man. I'm just trying to teach you how to live.
But like,
I'm sure
what
if
if I
there's
thought
anybody
I
who
already
can teach you
was
how to live,
awesome?
it'd be me.
And now
Exactly,
you're
then
making
you're
me
set.
second guess that, and then now I'm getting in a
never.
mental funk. You see what I mean? Like, here's the
No,
problem.
You don't second guess that. That's the point. You
Well,
just, you just roll with it.
but how do I know if I'm awesome? How do I know if
You
I'm
don't
epic
even know,
and
you
cool
just
and have a
need-
lot
you
of friends? How do I know?
You just know.
But that sounds like living a fantasy, like living a mirage.
I'm a very serious man set in reality only, Spooky.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, like if I go to
should know that
someone
about
on the
Jordan by
street,
now.
if I go to someone on the street, I'm like, hey, I'm really
leaving
cool, and I
fantasy.
know it. They'd be like, what the fuck ever, man. Like,
Like, get away from me.
yeah, they'd be like,
Then
who the fuck
heck
are
they?
you?
That's what.
Well, but what if they're awesome?
Who the heck are you?
What if I think they're really cool and awesome?
Do you though?
But like,
Do
that's
you
the
think Dave
thing.
from the gas station is really that cool?
But does
Let's be
awesome
honest,
even
dude.
exist, or is it just something we all make up in terms of what we
Right
think is
here.
awesome? Oh, you're
I'm
right. Sorry,
right
Jordan.
here.
I didn't mean to think that.
Do I,
I didn't mean.
exist? Oh, now you're making me question.
Oh,
I did
no.
not
this is
mean
hard.
to question your existence in this matter. I was just getting
Oh, now I'm questioning
philosophical.
my own existence, man. This is too philosophical.
All right,
How did
I
this
think
happen?
It's time to
Do I
move on to the
exist?
next question.
Yeah.
What's the dumbest way you broke something? I gotta start this one off real strong, okay?
Go for
I
it.
remember this very vividly. Very vividly. I was watching the Lions play the Atlanta Falcons, I believe 3 years ago, on my computer. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And at the end of the game, we lost because the referees called something a touchdown, and then they went to review and said, no, it wasn't. And because we didn't have any timeouts out, they just ended the game there. Didn't give us another chance to score or anything. And so I threw my headset and broke it. So that's the dumbest
Poor
way.
headset.
I was pissed. I was really angry back then. I've not been that mad since then though, but I was really mad. I was really angry at that point.
I can think of just really stupid things I've done that in hindsight I'm just like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but I can't think of like the all-time stupidest thing I've done.
Well,
Like, I know there's been times when I've like had a full plate of food, and like I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna balance this and go to this room with the food. And then like I'm starting to walk and I'm like, oh, it's kind of a little loose, maybe I should put something down. I'm like, no, I got this. And then I take one step and the plate falls and everything shatters. I've done that before.
hold on, I want you to tell the story about your brother screaming.
Okay, all right, that's a good one. So it was like my grandparents' like 50-year anniversary being married, right? So they rent out this really fancy place, and like they have this huge room, like all to everyone they've ever met, like every single person, our entire family, like their friends. It's just like a ton of old people basically, and then like, you know, their friends, yada yada. So my brother is quite the clown at this age. He's quite the clown, quite the quite the funny guy, you know. And during this this anniversary celebration, there's a point when, you know, everyone's like talking and yada yada, and there's this waitress carrying away some plates, and the waitress suddenly drops like the plates and they shatter on the ground, and it makes the most loud noise you can think of, and everyone goes completely silent. You could probably count 1, 2, and then my brother just screams as loud as he can. Like the most delayed scream of her shattering the plates. So like everyone goes quiet and you see her, ah! like as loud as he possibly can. So like this poor lady, and then all of a sudden everyone just turns to him. It's like,
why did he scream? Did he like?
Because he thought it was funny. He wasn't even scared. He just wanted to scream to the loud noise because he was bored. So it's like,
oh, man.
So every old person in the room just all of a sudden goes from looking at her to looking at him, and like you could just see every single person, and they're just like, what, this fucking kid? Like, oh, he got such bad looks from every old person for the rest of the night. But I could see my dad across the room fucking chuckling about it too. So I couldn't help but laugh. But I felt so bad for that poor lady in that situation. But yeah.
Oh,
that was a good
so
one.
Funny.
I will
So
never
funny.
forget that to this. It's like, why did he wait? Why didn't he scream right away? Like,
And then
He had
went,
to register, bro. He had to like let it sink in. Like, did that just happen?
ah! Like,
Oh man.
yeah. There, you know, there was also a time. This is not near as funny, but one of my cousins, he broke a Game Boy one time because he was playing Pokemon, and this was a Game Boy SP, by the way, if you're familiar with those.
No.
And he folded it up and put it in his mouth while he had to pee, and he opened his mouth
Wait,
and dropped
what?
it in the toilet. And obviously it broke, but that's another like really stupid story I could think of something breaking.
Oh my god.
Fun fact.
It's weird. Every time I try to think of a story, like I feel like I remember a lot of things breaking, like, but I was never the one breaking things. Like I feel like I was pretty responsible guy, right? Like, I had never really broke things.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have some. Man, why am I never the one breaking? I don't.
I mean, I treat my stuff with respect and other people's stuff
That's
with
what I'm
respect, so
saying.
I don't like to break things, nor do... Like, if I broke somebody's thing, I would feel terrible for weeks, years, even.
Right?
But I can't think of any other aspect that would be, like, comical.
Yeah, no, I haven't broken much except those headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's still on YouTube. I just pulled up a video. I remember a friend of mine one time, whenever we used to make videos for our class in high school and whatnot, we made a video one time where I don't even remember what it was really about, but like he had a sword he had just bought, and he was wanting to cut a pumpkin with it at the end. So it was just like a little after credits thing, and the look on his face after he tries to slice the pumpkin, it just breaks the sword or like bends it.
Oh!
Like bends the sword up, and then like he didn't unbending it and like slicing it later, but like it just him trying to slice it and it just like breaking the sword was priceless.
So,
Life is funny.
this next one's quick, okay? Why did
Oh,
you
no.
name your baby Keith?
Because it's not a plural name and there's only one of them.
That's I don't know what they.
I just needed something really quick for the sacrifice.
Wait, what? You sacrificing your kid?
I'm not repeating that. You asked,
Alright.
I answered.
Alright.
You said it would be quick.
Okay. What is something people do that you absolutely despise? Why are you laughing, man?
Because
That's a good question.
It is. You guys want to go first?
No, you're laughing. You go first.
Something that really grinds my gears is when I'm in like an audio call with somebody and they either like hit a bong or a vape over the mic.
Really?
It's like the worst sound to me and I hate it.
I thought for sure you were going to say eating on the mic.
No, I actually don't mind
In an
eating.
audio
I don't
call.
mind crunching. I don't mind that, believe it or not. But it's just the sound of a vape or like a bong water, like gurgling specifically.
Right.
I cannot stand it.
At my old apartment, like the stream setup I had, and if I didn't mute my mic, it was like, about 10 feet away from the bathroom and whatnot. So if I went to pee, it kind of sounded like I was in there ripping a bong. I'm sure. Like
if one of you were to get out a bag of chips and start crunching right now, I would not care. It does not bother me. Like, sure, you're crunching, and like if we're trying to talk, like it's whatever. But just the sound of crunching does not bother me at all. But like just the sound of bong water specifically.
I get that. That doesn't surprise me for you, but I haven't heard that in a long time. I don't think.
Luckily, I haven't either. But like, for instance, a friend of ours, we were watching something like a while back, and I was like, they started doing that. I'm like, oh no, I like everything in my body cringes when I hear it. I don't know what it is.
See, I don't like eating or burps in audio calls. Those things bug me, and and that happens way more than it sure. Shut up! I'm sorry.
Sorry, what was that, guys?
That is hilarious.
I don't mind burping either.
Oh,
Like,
I hate it. I hate it.
I don't know. It just like I understand it's a normal bodily function, but it's like you don't have to vape over a mic. You don't. And
don't
like
have to.
Right.
unless
you
you're
can
just sitting
mute
here
it burp,
gurgling
though.
water, like gurgling water doesn't even sound the same as like bong water. I don't know how to describe it. It just I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like peeing.
No,
Yeah,
it it doesn't.
It does,
It's
though.
different.
I feel like it does.
It's like it's
Maybe
like
I'm
it's
not
like
an
a
expert.
suck. It's like a weird
I've seen
sucking
movies,
gurgle
though. I've seen
sound.
Ted. I've seen
Whereas
Ted,
pee
and
just
I've
sounds like
seen-
water hitting water. You know, it's different. I don't know. Like it's just that specifically. Those two
Is it
things.
though?
I
Yeah.
feel like it's more the actual like the weed and vape. I think is what bugs you more than the sound itself.
I mean, maybe there's some sort of thing like rooted in there that makes that it like
Yeah.
that for me. Like I can't say that for sure. I'm saying that's a possibility, but I don't
Right.
know. It's like a weird sucking sound with the vape. It's like I don't know. I don't know. I'm just
What was
saying.
the question again?
What drives you nuts?
What's something people do that
Oh.
you absolutely despise?
I hate it when people waste my time. You know,
Well, you're in the
Sorry.
wrong
Like,
place,
Yeah,
buddy.
sorry.
right? Like whenever, like say somebody, like the other day I had a friend call me, just saying, like I was like, what's up? And he's like, nothing really, just checking in on you, seeing how you're doing. I'm like, oh, dude, I blocked his number so fast, never quicker in my life. So, what do you mean, no, nothing really? You don't have anything planned to call you? No reason? Just calling me? Dude, went all over me.
Great. See, I don't like when other people talk about me. That's something else I don't like. Or talk, well, specifically about my personal business. That's something I don't.
Oh, now you're getting me going.
That's something I don't like.
I
Oh, right.
fucking hate it whenever like I realize that you have not done this, Evan, but I have been with other people who have, and it drives me nuts when like let's say I'm together with some people and one of them brings up what I do for a job and I don't want to talk about it because I know I'm going to get a million questions, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate having to explain it to
Bro,
people.
just do what I do. Just
No, but like someone
Please.
will be like, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" Like, "Oh, I do like video editing work, kind of thing." And
No, just say, Please, just don't even tell them.
Just say, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I do.
then the person next to you, like, oh yeah, this guy's a YouTuber. It's like, stop it.
I do freelance work. I contract.
But then the other person is gonna wreck you. That's what I'm saying. Like I can handle it by myself, but like when someone else is like, no, he does YouTube. It's like then you have to explain it, and it's like that person just ruined my day. I did not want to say that. I did not want to talk about it.
No. I feel that. I feel that too hard.
Oh man.
Especially with the YouTube thing, when they bring it up to somebody that you did not want to bring it up to, and now you got that on your plate. You're like, all right, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And like if they start looking up that stuff, who knows what they're gonna find, right? Like,
you know, kind of similar to what Evan said. I feel like this is like a weird branch for that. So
Yeah.
you don't like when people are talking about like your personal business, right?
Yeah.
You know what fucking drives me crazy? When
Let's hear it.
let's say you have a problem with another person, right? Like
Yeah.
you specifically, and that person goes to talk to somebody else about it instead of talking to you. So like they're talking about your problem with somebody else, but not
So
talking
if
to you
I'm
about the problem.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, man, dude, when Spooky freaking burps on the mic, it drives me nuts.
Yeah, you like just talk to me.
I'm talking to Jordan about
Yeah.
it instead of you.
Evan just
Yeah.
talked to me about that yesterday. What are you
I
talking
did.
about?
Well,
We're
that's
on
the
the
thing.
phone for
You
like an
should have
hour.
just said, "Hey, Spooky, listen, you burping on the mic, dog. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it."
No, I
Right.
absolutely agree.
I agree.
Like,
with
it's one thing if you need like an opinion from somebody about a problem and like maybe you don't know how to approach it, yada yada. But it's
Yeah.
completely
Right.
different when like you could just go talk to that person about the problem and it would solve everything. But instead, you're just like bitching for no reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like just talk to the other person about it, solve the problem. Like then you won't have a problem.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying. That's another thing. Drives me kind of nuts.
No, I agree completely. I just don't like other people talking about my business in general, which is why I just am a pretty private person. Like
Me three.
people that I want to know stuff, I'll tell stuff to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they can heck off.
Yeah.
And like that doesn't make me less friends with people that I don't tell everything to, but like my private stuff is my own business.
Yeah. Exactly. If you want us to know, you can tell us.
Uh-huh.
And
All right.
I will think that you're less of my friend if you don't tell me, though. I will tell you that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking...
All right, next one.
Oh, wait,
What's
did
the
we
most-
lose Jordan again?
Oh, we might have lost Jordan.
Oh, no.
Fuck!
Jordan! Come
This is
back.
so sad, Jordan.
Come
please.
back. Here, I can be Jordan while...
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Well, I want to... Okay. Ask me a
Okay,
question.
sorry.
Ask me a question.
Oh, hey, Jordan. What's something fun you're working on coming up here?
Oh, you know, I was just working on this really cool stream where I'm gonna dress up as a dolphin from an old meme, and yeah.
Oh, okay. What meme? What can you tell me a little bit more about
Oh,
that, please?
we talked about it earlier. You know how there's like a hard boiled cop with a dolphin? Like his partner's a dolphin, and you know I love C2. By the way, love C2. So
Oh.
people like combine them together, so it's like I'm a dolphin, but I'm also C2. But I'm also me, you know? So it's like a weird
Uh-huh.
trifecta of stuff. So yeah, I am
Okay.
I'm Jordan.
I'm
Yorphin, if you will.
Yorphin. Are you so Jordan, what's something
I think I gotta get more southern.
what's something most people don't know about you?
Something that people don't know about me is that
Just like him.
I really, really don't actually like basketball. I
Oh
think
really?
that basketball is kind of an overrated sport.
Well, what kind of sports do you like then, Jordan?
I actually hate all sports. I think sports are for them northern folk, and I don't like them at all.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Okay.
what the hell is soccer? That's just European football. Why am I putting my feet on a ball?
Hey Jordan, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I gotta go to the restroom here, so I'm gonna let you and Spooky talk together for a moment, okay?
Oh, well, I also got to go to the restroom,
no,
so
no.
I am not gonna be here to talk to you.
Oh, I was just pranking you about going to the restroom. I don't need to.
Oh, well, that's a darn shame. Because I don't neither. I just didn't want to talk to Spooky.
Now I do.
That fucking
Why
guy,
not?
I'm sick of him.
What don't you like about Spooky?
Well, it's not that I don't like Spooky. I'm just sick of him.
Why? What makes you say that?
Because he's really cool and epic and has a lot of friends. And
Why are you talking to me about this when you could be talking to Spooky?
Because I told you I'm fucking sick of him. I don't want to talk. Hey, Jordan, welcome back.
Back?
Welcome back.
Like you never left, man.
Alright,
Bye, come join us live for peak content. Thanks, Raph.
am I back?
Yeah!
I hear ya.
Jordan!
Hey, you
Oh,
can hear me.
Your power went
Okay.
out? Oh, hell
Yeah,
no.
dude, it's just like, it just flashed off, everything went off, and then it came back on. And, yeah, now I'm recording again, and I think I was able to recover the first part.
Hell yeah.
Real.
The audio for a bit.
Hell yeah. The good thing,
God.
I can fix it in post.
Yeah, but I hate that. It's always easy to say that, but then you actually have to fix it in post. Then, I feel bad now. It's time and effort.
You don't have to feel bad. I don't have to edit it.
You're right, I don't feel bad. It's only speaking that has to edit it. That's a
Yeah.
good point, Evan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Dab on
All
him.
right.
I feel better now.
What's the most disgusting thing that has ever been in your mouth?
I
I have my answer immediately. Immediately.
need to think. You go ahead.
It's sweet corn soda.
Oh!
Fact.
Yeah.
There's nothing more gross than that. That is
Yeah. I don't know. Some of those mystery shots are pretty bad, but like the stuff in them isn't necessarily as gross as sweet corn soda.
It's easily that. That's easily the grossest thing that's ever been in my mouth.
Sweet corn soda, I've never had it, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
But I remember one year I went to Oktoberfest back in like junior high, right?
Okay.
And I had a friend that was like a neighbor with me that he was like a magician. He had all these magic tricks, and I remember like because of his magic tricks, I can't remember if we actually bought it or not, but he had like a cool thing he did with money, and he got us some Russian root beer, and
Okay.
it was like a Russian version of root beer, and I don't think the magic part of that story was important, but I thought it was cool. And
Yeah, no, I thought it was going a different direction. For
No.
sure.
No, we tried that Russian root beer, and
Uh-huh.
it was like the most disgusting thing I think I've ever like tried ever. We passed
Listen.
it around, all the adults tried it too, and they were like, "This is gross."
Listen,
But they were all drunk, so it was funny.
root beer is one of the most disgusting things I've ever had in my mouth. Fun fact. It is one of my
I like
least favorite
regular
things
root
on the
beer.
planet. I hate
Really?
root beer. The smell and the taste. Okay, there's been a time at work when I
Uh-huh.
worked with our good boy James,
Yeah.
where he came up behind me with a cup of root beer and had me smell it, and I threw up. That's how much I don't like
Really?
root beer. Yeah.
I love root beer. What the heck?
Oh,
Like maybe
can't-
go to like
can't do
Long
it.
John Silver, get the mug, like the cold mug.
No,
with the,
no root beer. I can't do
with
it.
root beer.
I cannot do it. It makes me sick.
That's solid though.
I don't.
Man.
Sweet corn soda also makes me sick though, and it is worse. So I will give it that. It tops
Huh?
root beer. It tops root beer.
I like regular root beer. I just did not like whatever Russian variety we had. I wish I would have like looked into the brand or something because it was disgusting. It was like the grossest thing of all time. It was like $5 too. I feel like it got ripped off, but yeah, it was gross.
Yeah, I don't know if anything tops sweet corn soda. I think Evan's right.
Yeah.
That was really repulsive.
It was horrendous.
I never want to taste that again.
I would never. I was just about to say it would cost a lot of money
Corn
to get me to
soda.
drink
So
that
it's like
again.
made out of corn or
It's just disgusting.
It
Like,
tastes
it-
like
I'm getting sick thinking about it. I want to
it
stop.
tastes like if I were to describe it, it tastes like really like synthetic like buttered
Yeah.
popcorn
It's worse.
mixed with rubber. Like
Yeah.
it's not good.
mixed with the rubber.
It's really
Yeah,
bad.
it's so. If you ever want to just hate yourself, drink a sweet corn soda.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh, question for Spooky and Evan redeemed. How much for y'all to drink sweet corn soda again?
$100.
Wait, what? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Why would you say that low?
If I could make 100, look, I'm not saying this for you. I'm saying it for me.
I was about to say if we get partner, then we'll do it again on camera.
Good point. Well, you made me drink the pumpkin pie soda last time, and like that was still not great.
That stuff's gross too. Jesus,
That
what do
was
you got?
funny, though.
You just have weird choices.
That
of
was
beverages.
not near as bad as sweet corn soda, but it's close. It's like
Yeah, I'll do it for $100. You know what? I agree.
For $100, I feel like I could choke. Like, do I have to finish the whole thing? Maybe more money. But if I just have to drink some of it, like half, I think I could do it for $100.
Yeah, between the two of us, we'll drink one full sweet corn soda for $100.
Yeah. Like, $100 is worth probably throwing up.
Absolutely. On camera.
I won't throw up on camera, but I'll drink it on camera.
No.
I've already done the camera throwing up part.
That's right. It's out there.
It's out there for everyone to see at any time.
But yeah, Jordan, so what's the grossest thing you've ever had in your mouth?
Probably that Russian root beer. Whatever flavor or brand that was. I don't know. It just tasted gross, so.
All right. Well, next question is what to do. This is like someone asking for advice, okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What to do when you're very drunk, but you want to share pics of your dick. What do you do? What do you do, guys?
I mean,
well, I don't feel like that's a fair question because that's under the conditions of the question. You are inebriated, right? You don't have good decision-making skills, whereas right now we do. So,
oh, okay. Well, I've had two.
So,
all right. Well,
honestly, like I'm gonna say not to, but that person, they don't have the state of mind that I'm in, right?
That's true, I suppose.
Well, there's one thing we're not thinking of here.
Okay.
Is the other party asking for said pics, or is it just you want to share them?
No, it doesn't say that. There's no. This one I looked specifically for like a follow up or like a story to it. There's nothing. There's no other information.
Well, I'm just gonna say no then. It just
we could do what I used to do.
And?
Like you just send one every morning, like as part of like your morning routine to like everybody in your contacts list.
Oh, so like keeping snap
That's what I did all through
with
college.
your penis.
Okay. Yeah, what made you stop that?
Yeah, my grandma didn't like it. She said she wanted to be excluded. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, maybe I should just not do that anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
It was like the next day I added Spooky to my contacts list, so he got off. It was close.
Oh man, dang it!
Dude.
Dang it.
Yeah, I'd say don't do it, man. But you can if you want to, I guess. I don't care.
Oh, I just remembered a story for a future podcast.
Oh no.
Involving work and penis. That's it.
Oh, I was about to say like what this is like.
I feel like I've told you the story before, Evan, but maybe I haven't.
So you have a story that this made you think of.
It's featuring JR, right?
No.
No?
No.
Oh, is it? Okay, never mind. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the other guy, right?
I mean, probably.
Doesn't wear underwear?
Oh, no. It's somebody somebody you've met.
Oh, no. Okay.
Somebody who's been to your house, actually.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You have a penis story?
I don't, not personally.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell it if you really want me to.
Just give us to it.
Well, basically, there's this coworker of mine. He's definitely like a different cat, but he's super nice and he means well, right? But he's a little different socially, just a little. So like, I don't know what you would call it exactly. Like, it's not a mental thing. I think his social skills are just like a little different, you know. And one day he just comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, I want to know how big your penis is. I want to see a picture, like dead ass." And I'm like, fucking excuse me? Like, I was like shook. Like, who just goes up to somebody and asks that and like is really serious about it?
I need to pause because if I didn't know who you were talking about here, I would immediately think this was James. That's absolutely who I would think this was.
You're not wrong. I could see him doing that, but like, it was like a little less like. I feel like James would play it off as like more of a joke, whereas this was like way more serious about it. And I had to like take a step back and be like, well, one, no, I'm not going to do that. But two, I had to like explain to him why that's not a normal thing to do because he didn't get it. Like he thought that was just like a normal thing you can ask somebody. And I was just really confused.
Is it not?
Well, Jordan, how often do you like have you ever asked me like, "Hey, Spooky, can I see your penis and know how big it is, please?" Like have you ever said that to me?
That's like once a week.
Can you please show me an example?
Have I been sending it to the wrong number? Is that not yours? What the? No.
Oh.
That's your grandma's number again.
But like, it's just I was just baffled for the whole day. Like I had to.
Dude, I get that though.
I worked with the person I was dating at the time, so like I had to like explain what happened to them and be like, yo, I'm fucked up. Like, who does that? Like, we need to talk.
I will
to him.
say, like, in like middle school, whenever I first started playing sports and whatnot, like I switched schools a lot. But the very first school I was at when I started playing sports, like everybody was like comparing and whatnot in the locker room, and that was so weird to me too. I didn't know how to handle that. But, like, I was like, is this like the norm? Because like we're all like 7th grade or whatever when you start doing sports, and then I switched schools, and then nobody did that. I'm like, oh, thank God, this is way better. There's no discussion about penises whatsoever. Like this is great.
Like I don't think
we might draw them on like the walls of the other team's locker room, but that's about as far as it goes. Yeah, like funny.
I don't know. Like I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. It's more just like it's such a weird thing socially to ask somebody.
It really
just
is.
out of the blue, like that you only know like a little bit.
And I feel like in a locker room, that's a way different environment.
Yeah, than like a word. Yeah, exactly. Like it's still. Don't get me wrong. Like there's still something weird about that. But I feel like if everyone involved is like they're all about it, it's like sure, like if everyone's consenting and wants to see each other's dicks, like whatever, man. Well, yeah, but that's why you're normal, Jordan. That's why you're.
I was like, what's going on here?
Like,
if we asked
I just want to take a shower, bro. I just don't want to smell during math class. That's about all what I'm here for.
I would say that would be a commonly like shared story is that people who are in sports and have been in locker rooms have had that experience at some point in their life. I would say more often than not that would happen. I would say less often does that happen at a place of work.
I was like, I can just. I was genuinely speechless for a few minutes.
That's probably what he's going for.
No, I had worked with him for a while. I had definitely worked with him for a couple months.
Like first day, just hey guys, like, hey, how big is yours? Just send me a picture, bro. Like
I was just shook. Like you don't just ask somebody to do that. There you go. That's my penis story. For
the podcast.
Yeah, for the podcast. You're welcome.
All right, what's the funniest thing you could say right before you die?
I had a lot of things planned for my funeral that I think would be funny, but I don't know. Like, I guess the last thing, like,
what?
Oh, did we lose him again?
Oh,
Damn it, man!
No! Oh no, we didn't.
Oh,
okay,
you're back.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're back.
Yes.
What did you say? You didn't come through.
Hello?
No, I said I have a lot of things planned for like my funeral, right?
Okay.
Like I like everybody, aside from like one person, like probably like Evan or something, will get like a normal invite, and then that one person will get like a Hawaiian themed invite, where they just show up wearing like Hawaiian themed stuff. Like I have a lot of things like that I think would be cool, right? But like as far as last words, what would be something that would just mess with everybody? Like
I got one. I got one.
Like, hey, I have I have cash like $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. It's all in this wallet, and the password is, and then I would just die. Like,
see, I feel like I have a really good one.
And I died until I actually died.
Let's hear it.
You ready for this? So I gotta set the scenario. So like, let's say I'm like bleeding out, right? And I know I'm gonna die, and someone's there with me, and they're gonna hear my last words. So I'd look at them, and I'd be like, "Hey, can you get something for me, please?" And they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, you're dying. Like, what do you need? Do you need some water?" And I'll be like, "No, D's nuts." And then you'd see the look of just pure terror on their face as it sets in what I just said. And then I'd just look, as my eyes are closing and breathing my last breath, I would say, "Got him."
That
Got
would be really funny, man.
I mean, either that or, like, if you only get one phrase, just big chungus, and then you're dead. Like, that's all I need.
That would be really funny, too, man.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Like,
what about, guess what? You get him with that.
Bro, they would... If you weren't about to die, they would kill you. They would make sure you're not coming back after that.
I'm glad I thought about that, because my immediate thought was, say, subscribe to the anime dude.
Oh, no.
But I think my better one was funnier.
Yeah.
My God, like, when I tried to think of mine, I was thinking, like, what would just kind of stay with them forever, right? Like, what would just bother them, like, after my passing? Like, the Bitcoin thing, like, hey, this Bitcoin password is blank, like, yeah, that would mess with them for a little bit, but eventually they'd accept that, like,
Yeah.
hey, we just don't know the password. It's it's what it is what it is. You two, the two things that you just said, that would psychologically mess with somebody forever. They'd be on their deathbed. They'd be thinking about that. That is. Oh my god.
Could you imagine having to, like, people be like, oh, did they say anything before they died? And you have to explain to them that they said D's
Big
nuts.
In their eulogy, the like priest or whatever's reading, like, yeah, their final words were this, and it's from a joke. I don't know why he said it.
Big Congress.
Explain it. God.
Yeah.
That would be the
Told me to
funniest.
guess
thing.
what, and I prepped myself. I figured it was something important that. Oh my! Like, you guys just kept taking it one step further. My God, I can't even imagine a friend or loved one just doing that to me. I would be thinking about that on my deathbed, no doubt. The rest of my life, that would haunt me.
No. Got hit with the D's nuts right before your fucking best friend dies in front of you. Like,
Oh no,
man,
Oh,
it's funny, but it's something.
that's right. It
Psychological
sure is
terror.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next one. Which celeb look like smelling good?
Yeah, I think Yorphin, the anime dude, probably smells pretty good.
Yeah, he
you
probably
said
does.
celeb though. I,
Yeah.
I'm kind of a big deal, but I wouldn't say celeb. I'm just that guy, you know.
Well, I mean,
Just
like,
a dude.
people know you. I know you. That's
Yeah,
celeb
everybody
status
knows me.
enough.
Kind of a big deal, but that's that's the word celebrity. It's like the word influencer. You don't want to use that. You just,
Well, I mean, don't be
Hey,
so
good
modest
role.
here, Jordan.
Yeah, come on, George.
Being a little too humble.
You're the person who comes up first when I search Mission Yozakura family, so if
I
that's not
like
a
to think
celebrity,
of
I don't know
myself
what
more
is.
as, yeah, I know I fit the status of a celebrity, but I just don't like the word celebrity. You know, I like to think of myself as more of just some dude. You know,
An
Just-
icon,
I'm just,
if you will.
Jordan.
Just some
Icon. That's
man,
that's the better one.
man
You're like
I am
a
an
dolphin
icon.
hybrid.
symbol. You're a
I am
symbol.
iconic.
Yeah.
I am something.
And you probably
Yeah.
smell good.
What?
And you probably smell good.
Yeah, I would say. So we're gonna do which celeb looks like they don't smell good too, but
Oh, epic.
I'd say like the
I could
one
be
that
both.
looks like. Did you say you'd be both?
I could be both. I think.
You think
Normally, I
sometimes
probably
you
look, I
stink?
look like I smell fine, but then like I've been in this outfit all day, and you know I could probably use a shower.
Oh, I'd say like smelling good. Probably like Chris Evans probably smells good. I feel like
Yeah.
that's Captain America, right?
Yeah. Yep. He probably smells good.
Yeah.
I can see
And,
that.
and then like smells worse, probably Macaulay Culkin. Him or Shia LaBeouf. I think those two probably like take the cake for worst smelling celebrities.
Wait, are we going worst or best?
I did both.
Oh, okay. As far as a celebrity that would smell good, maybe like Nicki Minaj.
Okay,
like-
that's a good answer. Yeah.
As far as a celebrity that would smell bad, like maybe Lady Gaga, but I'm just thinking of like the meat suit and things like
Yeah.
that.
That would stink.
Yeah. So, I think those are probably my two answers.
Well, I mean, I already said Jordan for smelling good, so I'm gonna stick with that. I think,
Okay.
regardless of his
My heart.
actual celebrity status, whether he wants to debate that or not. But as far as
That's
smelling
fair.
bad, you know, I get the impression that Will Ferrell probably doesn't smell that good.
That's what you think?
Yeah,
Think so?
I feel like he probably doesn't smell that
I
good.
can see it. I can see it.
That's my answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
Smell a
one.
little bit fishy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, something that's kind of like, you know, what does that smell? You know, just
He's definitely more likely to smell fishy than me. That's for sure. I smell good. Spooky said so.
yeah.
I will say, like, I remember one of the weirdest things I think of, like, as a kid. Like, I didn't really have BO yet or anything. Obviously, like, I didn't, like you, I wasn't to that stage yet and stuff. But like, I remember like in track in school and whatnot. just like being told that I smell nice, like at random times, and like it kind of does. That's like one moments that just sticks with you. That you're like, what? Why? That's out of nowhere. That's so random. Why are you smelling me? Like that's. Have you ever just been told that out of the blue, and you're like, I pride. What?
That just shows. That just shows how American society is not comfortable complimenting men.
Maybe. I was not expecting it. I just never knew how to take the compliment. I was like, oh, okay.
And it stuck with you for this long.
It did. Like, it was actually like a really cute girl that I was kind of smitten with, right? Like I'd never talked to her like that, obviously, but like I just thought she was really cute. And then like she just be telling me I smell nice. I'm like, this is like the weirdest random compliment of all time, right? Like you're just like, okay, like I don't know how to take that. I don't.
Freaking hashtag compliment guys. You know what?
That's what I'm saying. We can dish out more compliments to one another every now and then.
Right, I agree.
As long as it's not horny. Because I don't consent.
Exactly.
Just saying. Making that well known.
I saw you with your hit role in that movie Cool Cat, and I just wanted you to know I think you did a great job. You know, you're A-list celebrity / actor. I'm just complimenting him. What?
Yeah, you know what? He needs to take his own fucking advice. Hey, Evan, what the fuck? You said compliment men more and you fucking leave after a compliment? What the hell?
Yeah, it's because I'm not comfortable receiving them because of American societal expectations towards men.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Someday I'll be more comfortable accepting compliments.
I'm sorry, I caught you off guard. It was out of the blue. I'm sorry.
That's right. I was scared. I wasn't prepared mentally.
Oh.
Dab on him.
What should be an ideal birthday gift for oneself, but for their 22nd birthday?
22nd birthday?
Yeah. For yourself.
Are we talking just like... I don't know. What did I need at 22?
20? Like money. Like when I give myself money. So...
What did I even fucking do when I was 22? I need to think back.
Yeah, 22.
Like, did I get myself something?
Oh, hey, Bob said something in the chat about that as soon as I started singing it. The Taylor Swift album.
Yep. I'd say like a bookshelf, maybe? That's what I need now, so that's what comes to my mind. Is like, I'm looking at bookshelves to buy, so I'm like, if I would have gotten one for my 22nd birthday, I wouldn't have to do this right now.
Yeah.
Get yourself a suit.
Ooh, a suit, huh?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, I'm trying to think. I don't really get myself birthday gifts. Like my mind keeps going to all these different types of food. I'm like, there has to be some better answer than that, right? Like,
that's a good one though too.
Food.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh man, like B-dubs is good. Just like a B-dubs birthday thing. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, I might have to get myself some B-dubs tomorrow. That sounds nice.
I'm trying to think. That might have been where I went to for my 22nd birthday, actually.
Sounds about right.
It was either my 22nd or my 19th I went there. But I think it was 22nd. No, it was definitely 22nd, because I don't think I worked there for my 19th.
Spooky said that was like the worst place to work ever. Would you agree with that or no?
I mean, I would recommend any like... Why are you laughing?
Because it's your fault that I worked there. That's why. That's why.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't say it's the worst place to work, because McDonald's was way worse than that. So. See,
I went back to my fast food job, and I much more preferred it. Personally.
See, I think that's because you were in the kitchen. I wouldn't want to work in the kitchen there.
Yeah, fair enough.
But like, I think everyone on planet Earth, or at least in America, should work a food service job.
Oh, absolutely.
For at least 6 months. For at least 6 months.
I firmly believe that, yeah.
It should be mandatory, like military service. Well, you know, countries. I'm not saying that for America because I don't want that. But you know how some countries have like mandatory military service? It should be that, but fast food and/or food service in general for Americans. I'm just saying.
Makes sense.
Give people such a better empathetic understanding for.
Yeah, gives you perspective.
Work for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like what Bob said.
For 2 years, I'm glad I did. Even though it wasn't the best experience in the world, but now like I I get what people are going through.
Yeah.
I would never.
But
yeah.
I like what Bob said, or the military. You get to pick one. I feel like that's acceptable.
Right. Oh man, that's fair.
Oh man. But yeah,
I'm
so
here
like
for it.
a bookshelf. I think food's a good answer though. I feel like if you're gonna get a birthday gift for yourself, you want it to be something that like you're gonna really enjoy. So like maybe a book, like food, like an album or something, or like a trip maybe.
I feel like at 22, what I probably would have wanted is just like a cookie cake, just destroyed with frosting, and just
There you
eat all
go.
that myself. That would have been the best gift I could get. Cookie cake.
Maybe both.
Specifically cookie cake.
and pizza.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Cookie cakes are
Cookie
fire.
cakes-
We
the
don't even
best
have
food,
them
for
in our
sure.
town anymore. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, we do.
Not the good ones.
I think when I like
Oh,
Walmart.
well,
so.
yeah, not that specific
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
We have
Yeah.
Walmart and our other
Yeah,
local
but like
store.
they're not quite as good, you
It's not
know.
the same.
Not
I know.
quite as
I get
good.
that. Dude, the ones at the old mall and stuff. Freaking. Mwah.
Dude, I think malls are gonna all go out of business soon.
I mean, why would you go to a physical location? You can just order stuff online. And
Yeah.
Exactly.
not take the time looking for it. You can literally click it in the search bar. And,
There are some times when I'll like realize I need something, and I'll be like, man, I could drive 5 minutes to the store, or I could just order it and it'll be here in 2 days, and I can just walk out my front door really fast. So like, you say shipping is getting expensive, but Amazon Prime, free shipping. I'm just saying.
right.
Actually, you shouldn't support Amazon.
Yeah, but then they shouldn't make everything so fucking good.
That's,
And it's a good service, but I
agree.
I agree with supporting small businesses for sure and stuff. But yeah, it's hard to compete with something like Amazon service wise.
Yeah, it's hard to compete with convenience.
I would
Because-
say I would support my local video game establishment
Uh-huh.
over
I
like
do
ordering
order.
off Amazon.
Yeah. I do
But I
order a
get
lot.
most-
I always got games from GameStop and stuff. So
Okay.
that's where gamers go.
I do usually get digital games though, more than anything.
Yeah. You disgust me. Don't you like to have it in your hand?
It takes a special game for me to want to get a physical copy of it.
I only ever got digital games once I got Steam for my PC, but even then, like I don't know. Like if it's for a console, I'd rather go get the physical copy than I own it.
Me too. I feel like the problem with consoles in particular is that storage space is kind of like too small for games.
Yeah.
So like the problem is
Yeah.
like if you do digital only, like some games take over 50 gigs, over 100 gigs sometimes. And it's like if your hard
Right.
drive's only like a terabyte, it's you quickly realize
that.
like, oh,
They're
I have to
gone.
uninstall
Uh-huh.
these games or I can't play anything else. So but where it's physical,
Yep,
it's
yep.
like you have the game and you only need to install like, I don't know, some patches and stuff. And that's that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only reason why. Like if they made the storage system much higher on consoles or they made games require less memory, it would be much more viable.
That's fair.
That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, I agree. So my last question, this is the final one, but I think it's a really good philosophical question to end on.
Mhm.
So it is, what about you is cringe?
Nothing.
It's a lot.
Nothing at all.
See, I'm the
No.
opposite, Jordan. I wish
I-
I had that answer that you did.
Well, see, here's the thing. My life is so cringe in every aspect to the point where it's not anymore. It's just there. You know, you go full circle. Then you're just you're not. I don't think it's cringe anymore. You know,
I'm with you.
Embrace
Like
it.
I don't get bothered
I
by
don't
it.
cringe.
I don't cringe, but that's not saying there isn't anything about me that's cringe.
It depends on who you're talking about. Like
Exactly.
cringe to who, right? So I don't cringe at myself anymore like I used to. I cringe at my old self, and today's Jordan. No, tomorrow's Jordan can cringe at him, but for today, no doubts whatsoever.
See, I God damn it. See, I use a freaking titty mouse pad. I'd say that's kind of crap. That's kind of
No, come on, that's for comfort.
It's super
A Hello
comfortable.
Kitty? A Hello Kitty mouse pad?
No, I do not. What?
You said a Hello Kitty mouse pad?
A big
Sure,
titty
Jordan.
mouse pad.
I know.
Oh, well, there's nothing cringe about that at all. That's why I was confused. I thought he said big titty too, but then I was like, well, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that. That's the thing.
Great.
I was trying to think of something like I was like, maybe I misheard him. Did he say the Hello Kitty? Did he say like what's the deal here?
God, I would say. So I'm in the process of moving now, and I would say that when I get to my new place, I'm not gonna have a lot of furniture, so I'm gonna be like that. Joke of,
men's
men
living
live
spaces.
Like this.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not taking my love seat with me. Like I'm getting new furniture and stuff. So like when I first get there, I'm gonna have a little fold-up chair or like my computer chair out in my living room with my TV.
But like that's not necessarily cringe. I wouldn't say. I'd say that's more just like circumstantial. Like you would have furniture, but you just moved. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't really. I don't know. I don't find that cringe.
What about you, cringe, Spooky?
Me? I would say my biggest cringe thing is like that I'm a massive hopeless romantic, and I get really sappy.
Ooh,
like,
okay.
I'm a very. I mean, I would say it's cringe in the fact that like I most definitely am like it's like my true self, you could say, and like letting out nothing but just like sappy emotional bullshit is kind of cringe.
No. What? No. See, this is another thing. That American society won't let men express their feelings.
Well, it's not like that. It's more like, I don't know. It's just, like, I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like for an outside party, I feel like, even though it's something that I feel is like, I would call it a good quality, it is not seen that way for the vast majority of people. And could, in turn, be considered very cringe.
Alright, so what you guys are saying is that big titty mouse pads and showing your feelings are all
No, not showing your feelings. Just being a hopeless romantic can be kind of
exactly.
cringe.
Being a hopeless romantic.
Men showing their feelings is really cringe. I agree.
That is true. So
it's really brave that you said that.
Anyway, I'm starting to wonder, am I cringe? Oh, I had no doubts at the start, but now it's man.
I mean, I feel like everybody's cringe to an extent.
I'm confident in myself. Like I don't get
I'm a
embarrassed or
hopeless
anything by
romantic.
it.
Yeah.
I don't have a big titty mouse pad, but I want one. Oh man.
They're comfortable.
I have a lot to process here, man.
I would use mine if I could, but I can't because it doesn't fit on my thing.
Cringe?
No, I don't think you're cringe.
I don't think you're cringe.
I'm starting to question myself.
I think that everyone has the capacity. Everyone has the capacity to do cringy things and say cringy things at any time. But does that make them inherently cringe? No.
No.
But you know, it depends on what you as an individual find as cringe.
Yeah, like I wouldn't cringe at using my own mouse pad, but I know that other people would. Like I don't care what they think. That's kind of where I took the question is like, what would other people say is cringe about me?
Okay, so we can all agree that I'm not cringe, right?
Yes.
And nothing I have ever done is cringe. Okay. Wanted to make sure.
I would, stand by that vehemently, Jordan.
Oh, thank you. That's all I wanted to make sure. I can be reassured again. I am confident once more.
Okay, good.
No more self-doubt for me.
I see.
Great. Well, that's all I have for today's installment of Reddit. More like I'm asking you questions from Reddit.
That was a beautiful segment. Thanks for bringing that back. I like that one.
That's a good name for it.
Thanks. Yeah, it rolls off the tongue.
They should call it Blued It. Blue's a better color than red.
Yo,
I
listen
already
up.
did
Here's a story.
I already did the
About a
joke
little
about
guy
leaving. I'm not leaving
that
again.
lives in the
But I
blue
want
world.
to.
And all day and all night, and everything he sees is just blue, like him.
You got any good questions, Spooky?
Inside to outside. Do you guys like that song? That's my question.
Sure, man.
That's the song?
Yeah, I'm Blue by
You said
Eiffel
earlier that
something.
No, you said earlier that was just you expressing yourself.
Oh, it was before, but now I'm talking about the song. It's different.
Oh, well, this is so confusing. I'm
Well,
trying
now
to keep
I'm.
up. Okay.
Oh, see, I'm cringed out.
Oh,
Oh, man. Okay, I can never tell what you're talking about.
sorry. I didn't mean to be. Guys, I'm sorry. I think we should end. If I'm being cringe, I think it's time to stop.
I'm being cringed.
If I have reached the level of cringe, I think I have to
You're
stop.
all good. As long as we can all agree that loving your wife
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean, bro. That's what I mean.
loving your wife is cringe. Brigo
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm fucking cringe. In Brigo's eyes, I am the definition of cringe.
Oh man.
Because I'm like that all the fucking time. Insane.
You're not cringe to me, Spooky.
Thanks, Jordan.
You are cringe to me, but it's
And
okay.
it's my
I
opinion
accept
that
you.
counts.
It is Jordan's opinion that counts.
Thanks, guys.
I am the king of not being cringe. All right, I just want that to be known.
I've
Thanks.
never
Alright.
seen Jordan be cringe.
Not
I'd give him
once.
two.
Ever.
I'd give him 2 thumbs up for being a great guy.
I'd give myself 2 fins up too, just
That's-
right there.
Hey, yeah.
Hey. Thank you guys for having me though. This has been a fun time.
Yeah, thanks for
No,
thanks
this
for
has
coming.
been
I appreciate
awesome.
it, especially on
Thank
such a
you.
monumental day in your history as just a normal
Uh-huh.
everyday Saturday, nothing out of the ordinary.
Exactly. It's been a pretty normal Saturday. Just typical.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Where can people find you at?
I am at a lot of different places. The other day, I went to Walmart. I went to the gas station earlier this morning. People can probably find me there at times. Most of the time, I'm at my home. I don't go out a lot.
Okay.
But yeah. Oh yeah. And YouTube, The Anime Dude, and twitch.tv/TheAnimeDudeYT. Go drop a follow if you want to see not cringe stuff. That's it. That's all I got.
That's true. Thanks, Jordan.
You're welcome, Evan.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you can find us at twitch.tv/American_sushi. We're on friggin' Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Booker T. Washington, YouTube at The American Sushi Podcast,
What? Never
and
mind.
Twitter at Sushi Podcast.
Yeah,
And we usually end each podcast with a question for you to answer in the comments section.
it's your
So
turn.
I know it is. Listen!
I told you I was being cringe. I had to interrupt. It was cringe, you know?
That's, dude. I don't know. We really tossed up between American Sushi and Cringe Cast. so the question is, should we have went with Cringe Cast, and why? Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for swimming in, Jordan.
Alright, I'm gonna stop my
Anytime.
audio, man.